Hello, chat. How you doing? Everyone got high energy tonight? I'm gonna need it. It's been a low energy day for me. Been writing. Writing just takes a lot out of you. See, there you go. Proof. Yawned. Welcome, though. Welcome. We turned on the voice properly. Welcome back, everyone. Bringing more of what you've come to expect. Reactionless streamer. Never shows an emotion other than bemusement. It's what the world needs. You got sleep energy since I'm only here for a bit and going to bed. I get you, man. It's late where you're at. I'm surprised you stay up as late as you do to watch any of it. Ugh. Finally, K-pop souls. The K-pop invasion continues. We'll probably be seeing a lot more Korean games, actually. I know I saw one like a year ago that's in development. It looks like a David Cage game if it were made in Korea. And I'm interested in it. If it ever comes out. But no, I'm a little sleepy tonight. Kinda didn't get to bed that as early as I wanted. But it's alright. I got enough in the reserves to get me through tonight. But yeah. Other than that, also, thank you Storm Queen Suki for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Other than that, the only thing I've done today is just finish up my next DLC Sin script. Well, finish up, I mean, I only did the rough draft. Tomorrow I finish it up. The next DLC Sin video, for those patrons among you, is going to be on Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, actually. Yeah, I'm going back in for more Final Fantasy VII. After doing a massive video on it. Help me. God, help me. Hell, I could end up doing FF16's DLC after that. Then I'll be just... Do I dare? Can I survive? FF7 overdose. If I really wanted to, I could do I could finish up the current DLC episode I'm on, then get to work on 16's DLC episode, then do Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Because I did play that a year or so ago and recorded the footage. Everyone's jumping on the Fallout algorithm because of the show lately. Yes, I've noticed that. But it's always it's the no one ever wants to play Fallout 1 and 2. You know, the good ones. I kid, you know, some of them are pretty decent. You know, it might be a good time to actually make a Fallout Sin video. Maybe I should be jumping on that algorithmic bandwagon. Sorry, I'll get woken up eventually. I should have got coffee today. I really should have got some coffee. Ugh. Jump around on it. Jump around. You said you don't drink. I drink cold brew every once in a while. I don't have like a coffee machine. I just will get like a bottle of cold brew and make that. Imposter. I normally drink tea, but I didn't really feel like tea today, and I didn't end up drinking. I did not drink any coffee today either. You consider replaying Fallout 4, but apparently the update screwed up all the mods and makes it crazy. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like they updated the game, nice, but now all the mods that also made the game playable are not working. So they're still back to square one, an unplayable game. Am I sleepy? A little bit. I didn't get to bed until late last night. And I can't, and also it's taking me longer to sleep because I mentioned the other day that I have an electrical problem in my apartment. And my bedroom has no power currently going to it, so I can't run my fan at night. And without that white noise and like a slight breeze on me, it makes it way harder for me to fall asleep. You got to the city today for myself, and I decided to change Eve's outfit to a sexier one. And what did you change it to? What got you going? Like, you know what? I like this outfit. What's up, Dartigan? Welcome back, man. You like this game? You suck at Souls. This is a pretty easy game as far as Souls games go. I'm sure it gets harder later, but so far it is. I've been breezing through it. Maybe I'm just too experienced now at this point. But I don't think I'm anything special. You want to get the green hoodie one. Why not sleep on my couch? Because I have a bed. I want to sleep on my bed. It's more comfortable. I got a really nice couch, but I'd rather sleep on the bed. What's made for. Are you bored of this game yet? I enjoy the combat. I did not enjoy like running around the town last night. That's like really the worst part of the game so far. The Only Cats tier has the cute photos of Dex. You know, I'm actually surprised how many people subscribed on the Patreon to the Only Cats tier. It's actually the second most, obviously the $3 one is the most subscribed tier. But quite a few people actually opted for the, the $12 one with the Only Cats. I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, hardly anyone will take that one. But I was wrong. People demand, felines. Worth it? Well, hey, I'm glad. I'm gonna have to like. I'm thinking the next set of photos, I'll take Dex outside on her like little. I have like a vest I put on her with a leash, so I can take her outside. Might take some that way. Now that the the weather's all nice and it's all green and blooming. That'll probably be the next set. Zion is probably the most horrible design town. It just is. It just feels. I don't know if it just doesn't feel like it even belongs there. And it's like, oh my god, yes. Like, she's an indoor cat, but, I figured it's like a good idea to let her get some outdoor doses every once in a while. Does Dex actually like going outside? She gets... I haven't done it very often because she does panic at the initial, the prospect of going outside. So I don't like springing on her too much. And obviously not during, the winter when it's cold. But, like I said, content, gotta keep pumping that out. Thankfully, DLC sim videos are proving pretty easy to make. I can, put out, make a script for it in just a couple days, since they're usually pretty short. Obviously, there's examples of that where it won't be. But for the most part, they're all on the shorter side, so it doesn't overwhelm me too much. And I have, a co-writer now to help me with the classic sins. Stellar Blade Sins Win. It's my very next video, and I'm going to try to have it out for you very soon. I got finished playing it first, though. From what I understand, this game isn't that terribly long, so this won't be a Final Fantasy VII situation where I'm working on a video for 2 months. Hey, Angus Young. I don't know who that is. That one's lost on me. Billy wants to go outside when I go out. she's not bothered. You know, Dex doesn't really have any interest in going out, but I figured it's like a good idea. Let him touch grass, or at least sniff it. I have to be careful though, I can't let her around other cats. Thankfully there aren't any near me or whatever. You think the OST is good? I don't have any issue with the OST. It just feels a lot of the songs are a little too samey. A little too safe and stylized for what they're going for. And nothing really that just strikes me. Why can't Dex be near other cats? Because she's not been vaccinated. She's a house cat, so she never is around other cats to be, you know... She's, like, not since she was a kid has she been around another cat. So if there's, like, stray cats that have also not been vaccinated, they could pass something on to her. Kirasaki, I thank you for the 52 months, my man. How you been? Man, I would literally kill any one of you right now for a coffee. Just to get properly woken up. I'm like rubbing my eyes and stuff. I thought doing the workout earlier would have helped, but no. Have you discussed the death of OJ? What is there to discuss? I mean, other than that, damn, now he'll never find the one who actually did it. I mean, that's a stupid joke that people have already made. I don't really care that much about OJ. I've maintained my stance as a child me who saw the OJ trial going on. I was like, this is boring. I want to watch cartoons. I don't care if he dies. I want to watch cartoons. You have coffee? I'm a cold brew drinker, so I've got specific tastes. Hey, Bass Clef, what's up? How you been? OJ Simpson can rest knowing that his wife's killer is dead. Yeah, I've seen these exact same jokes and they still get a chuckle out of me. Why? It should be more difficult to impress than that. I know you prefer Resident Evil 4, but what would you ever play or stream Resident Evil Village in VR? I suppose. I mean, I'd probably, yeah, obviously prefer playing RE4 in VR, but yeah, Village apparently has a good VR mode as well. So it's something I'll consider. Alright, one of you who wants to slap me awake. We're gonna do this. Just like open palm right across the cheek. You volunteer? You were quick on the draw on that one, Base. What kind of monitor did you get, by the way? I'm currently still rocking my Oris, like, multi-max orgasmic, monitor that I don't even use all the features of. I got this nice, gigantic HDR monitor. I never use HDR because I'm always streaming games, and streaming and HDR don't really go together very well. You can drink a Monster? I'll wait until I'm 60 to ever drink a Monster, thank you very much. Yeah, that's a 60-year-old drink. Like, hey, bring me my energy. HDR kind of sucks. I mean, depending on the game, it can make it look the certain scenes really pop. But when you're streaming a game, Twitch doesn't support... Twitch and OBS, neither one support... Oh, well, I think actually OBS now supports HDR, but Twitch still doesn't. I don't know if YouTube does or not. Otherwise, I would give it a shot. Sugar-free adult... Yeah, I don't particularly like drinking my calories, y'all. Like, that's why I stick with, like, water, diet soda, and then tea. I know, I'm, like, really boring. Monitor you ordered has HDR, but I don't know if it'll be using it. It was made for gaming and it's 1440p, and it'll be my first 1440p. Yeah, 1440p is perfectly fine. Don't let anyone convince you. You gotta have 4K. 1440p is nearly indistinguishable from 4K. I usually play my, even though I have a 4K monitor, I usually set it to 1440p for gaming. Someone beat you to it, what, slapping me awake? Well, you can rub my feet, how about that? You have another privilege. Ugh. Ugh. If I pass out during this stream, I don't want anyone to panic. Alright, no panicking if streamer falls asleep. Normal thing, part of the process, everyone does it eventually. I'm content with 1080p, it's a bit more consistent with the games, and I don't have widescreen support. I mean, 1080p is still perfectly fine for almost everything. I mean, games will still look, on a modern monitor, 1080p still looks good. I still play games at 1080p, especially if I'm streaming it and it's a really high intense game. It's like, you know what, I don't really need the extra res. I'd rather focus on frames. I've been playing this game a lot and I have to pause like every 2 hours so you can jerk off. Because you can't focus. I think you have a problem, sir. Have you never experienced an attractive video game character before? This can't be your first time. Like, what have you been like playing nothing but WarioWare games your entire life and you didn't even know this was an option? So what? Hold up. Attractive female? Don't worry. You'll get used to it. You'll recover. Just letting you know I canceled my membership to your Patreon and did the $15 one. Oh, okay. Hey, well, thank you. I think it's only like $13, I believe. It's like $12.99. I didn't really feel like charging $15 for it was fair, so I lowered the price before I launched the Patreon. But I thank you for it. I mean, hey, cat pics for, you know, plus everything else. I've been playing this game a lot, but I don't remember. Hey Dart, hope all is well. Halfway through your FF16 video. I'm sorry it's so long that you had to like make a statement you're halfway through it. You gotta watch it in, you know, pieces. Sensing it was pretty meh from you. No, I actually like the game. Except for... I'm not a huge fan of the multiverse direction. Anytime a game goes in multiverse directions, I always like, hold up. Do you really need to do this to yourself? Other than that, though, I was overall positive on the game. Like, the RPG combat worked really well. I love a lot of the characters and their, like, personal storylines. And I'm still curious on what they're going to do with everything, so they still kind of hooked me, I guess. It's a little manipulative at the end, though, because they do every single thing everyone, like, was, like, theorizing they would do. It's like, I bet they save person, I bet they kill person, I bet they don't do either of those things, I bet they do both. So that's a little infuriating. Because you don't have any closure whatsoever to move forward to the next part of the story until it arrives. But, you know, overall, I still like the game. You think they're going to do the thing where Aerith is going to return to life in FF7-3? I don't think she's technically dead. I think I've said in the video, like, I think she's like both. She's like a, she's like both signal, particle, and wave right now, depending on who's viewing her. That seems to be what they were like trying to hint at with the way that only Cloud is noticing things because he was there for it. Where everyone else sees something else. Drink some lemon juice. I don't have any lemon juice. Just rub some lemon juice in your eye, Dartigan. That'll help out. There's a DLC for Final Fantasy 16 releasing soon. Yeah, I might have to play that so I can make a DLC send video on it for the Patreon. I'm assuming it's long enough. But I finished up the rough draft for Intergrade today, so I'll have that up soon, hopefully. Hello, chat and Dartigan. I'm currently trying to get my favorite medium armor into Fallout 3. Hey, well, that's the one that didn't get the big patch, so should be a lot easier. It's not a terrible idea, but the last 5 years I've had an over-reliance and abuse of multiverse. Yeah, it's all Marvel's fault. It's all their fault. Like, before, everyone was trying to create a big cinematic universe. And then, now it's like, what if we have a cinematic and a multiverse at the same time? And it isn't really working for anyone, even Marvel. So please, can we stop? Can we please stop the multiverse? I hate it. I hate it so goddamn much from a narrative standpoint. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage this multiverse nonsense. Apparently Final Fantasy 16 has more and more side quests in the DLC. Just don't do them then. That's my solution. Don't do the side quests, because 16 side quests were pretty crap. What is Rob on? Apparently attractive women. And he can't really handle them. Or at least he's like never been exposed to them before. It's okay. I grew up in like a sheltered community as well. In the old Marvel comics, the multiverse thing got so out of control they had to I mean, they do that all the time though. That's the thing. They're still out of control. They have to reset it every couple decades. Also, 100 bits from Storm Queen Suki. Too many multiverses. Yeah, it's, one universe is enough to tell any story you want. All right. Most of these time, these multiverses exist. Like, what if we just do the same character over again, but target it toward a different demographic? Yeah, it's genius. And then we can have crossovers later. DC has to do a reset anywhere between 5 to 7 years to not overwhelm new readers. Does it work though? I feel like new readers still get overwhelmed. I mean, the comics industry is dying from what I've heard of it. What are women? Who are we? Where are we? You sound like you... Honestly, those could be words you could find in a really weird JRPG. Mentioned by, like, the final boss. What are women? Who are they? Where are they going? I'll destroy all these things. I now want Incel Kefka from FF6 to be a thing. Assume a multiverse became a thing in comics because you have multiple writers. Well, yes, that was one of the reasons. They also wanted to have, like, offshoots of, like, popular comics. So, like, hey, what if we do, like, a cowboy, Batman or something? So how do you explain that? It's a different universe. That way it stays canon, but doesn't interfere with, like, regular stuff. But there's other ways of doing that. Good evening, one and all. Hey, Courage. How is your right arm or left arm if you're left-handed? Did something happen to my arm? I'm not sure what you're asking about. My arms are fine. They are still here. I'm currently, like, fidgeting with my bracelet because I apparently have ADD or an undiagnosed version of it. Like in every 100 multiverse tropes, only one is successful. He's insinuating you are popping one off while playing this game. Have any of you ever seen me in any game ever just completely lose it over like an attractive woman? Come on now, no. I don't give in to my lower base senses or like, tastes that you guys do. I'm so pure that joke went over him. Well, to be fair, he didn't word it properly. He made it sound like I'd injured my arm, and I was like, did I mention injuring an arm or something? No, I'm happy to report I have not jerked off to this game even once. If that's what your question is. Can I not just play the game instead of be made horny by it? Look, they're just not my stuff, not my type. How does this game's boob rendering tech stack up to Metro Last Light? It's not the boob rendering tech, if you can't see the boob. It's only when the naked boobs are on screen that it gets a rating. So, right now, it's not even on the scale. Because I don't think there's nudity in this game. The fact that I got the joke, but you didn't, speaks volumes. Well, it speaks volumes to me that I am ready to, like, become a Boy Scout, ranger, or whatever they are, that leads, the youth in the right direction and helps build society, while you are all degenerates still gooning over video game characters. All the horny discourse around this game has actually kind of put me off, honestly. I don't think there's actually been that much. It's really just been like a couple freaks being very loud about it, I think. Which is the kind of the case it always is. On both, you have like the antis and the freaks who are both like just having outrageous takes over this game. When you play, it's really not really anything, to be honest. But the most egregious thing in the game is there are literally like a few moments in the game where you press a button and she'll just like lean over to look at something, and that's it. It's just like, would you like to like have her lean over so her butt be sticking out? Hello, what's up, Cubic? How you doing? Saw the weirdos getting mad about censorship because one single outfit had some minor alterations. Yeah, that's probably the ones that are among that loud category I mentioned. How often do you goon? Once a week, twice, three? You know you're not going to get an answer from me, right? There are some things you don't need to know. That information does not help improve your life one bit. And I don't want that being put onto a future Wikipedia article. If someone like looks me up on Wikipedia one day, if I ever get a Wikipedia article, like, oh, Dartigan, goons twice a week. I don't want, no, thank you. I say no to that. My first time catching your stream, just wanted to say hi. Sadra Imanpour? Hopefully I pronounced your name right if you're still here. Welcome to the stream, by the way. As you can tell, we have deep conversations about philosophical matters here. We really dig deep into all these pressing issues. Goons twice a week confirmed. You know what? They'll have to like put like a little asterisk there to even explain what goon means. I feel like goon is not going to be a word that sticks. I did not mean to make that sound weird. Stick. Also, Mike, thank you for the 75-month subscription. Yeah, I think goon is a word that's got maybe a year, 2 years tops, before people stop using it. When I come into this video, Dartigan say gooning, I was like, just another day in chat. Look, my chat's the one talking about it, not me. I wasn't the one that started this conversation. You can't put that responsibility on me. I was actually like, I literally didn't even know what they were talking about a second ago. And they were asking me about my injured arm, which I don't have. So I was pure, alright? I was a good Boy Scout Eagle. Pressing issue of pressing your hand firmly against your candy cane. You need to stop trying to write this weird stuff like that. All right, here's some advice. Never use the word candy cane and try to make it into like that into a metaphor. It don't work. It doesn't work. Goon originally meant like henchman. Yeah. But it has other things now. Other reasons. Pretty anime girls in game. Technically not an anime girl, since she is Korean. Of Korean design, that is. You know what? I don't know. Anime fans, do Korean design characters count as anime? I've never, looked at the discourse. Some anime fans are out there are pure like, no, if it ain't designed by the Japanese, it ain't anime. In fact, some of it, if it ain't 2D, it ain't anime. Hunter creator Togashi insists people stop comparing him to the late Toriyama, stating many of his characters and designs were influenced by Akira's work. Wait, does he not realize that they're comparing him to... Oh, wait, okay, I got confused there for a second. I didn't know anyone was comparing him to Toriyama. Unless they're comparing him that because they think he's gonna die soon. Because maybe that's what, I don't know. I hope not, but like I mentioned this a few weeks ago that I don't think he's long to this world with his injury, his like general health. Take us to the candy shop. Show us what you got. Take me to the candy shop. I'm sorry that I know that line. Manhwa is the Korean version of manga. Most manhwa I've seen is it's something. All I can say is most of it is porn. Most of it be porn, and a lot of it is like NTR like level porn. Didn't the Toriyama game Sandland came out? I have no idea if it's any good though. Koreans help a lot with anime. I know they have a lot of animation studios in Korea. In fact, Koreans help out with a lot of Western animation as well. Solo leveling is a good one. I'm not saying there's bad, all men was bad. I've just noticed like a trend in a lot of manhwa. It's all made to be read on your phone, so it's kind of weird reading it on a PC. Crab Souls? What about it? Chad, in the future. When are we going to get the Fortnite Souls we've been promised? Koreans are basically the Chinese of the animation industry. Everyone outsources them. I guess they just have a lot of animation studios there. I'll look you. Okay. You know what? It's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song. Another Crab's Treasure is a new game being called Crab Souls. You know what? One day we will chat. How long do you think this whole Souls, fascination will go on for? Eventually people will get tired of it. I feel like the more there are copycats of it, the more likely we are we're approaching that date. Question for you, oh smart one. Please. I'm mid at best. Why do you believe FF7 Rebirth is struggling to sell compared to FF7 Remake? Well, several reasons. One, FF7 Remake came out right at the beginning of lockdown, so people needed something to do with their time, because they were fucking bored. So that probably helped out a lot. This is also the middle game in the storyline, so everyone knew it wouldn't have a proper conclusion. Some people might be waiting for the third game at this point to come out to finish it up, just because they know this one would end like an awkward spot. It also is, it's probably just, has more competition. It's also a little long. I'm not gonna lie. It was about a good, probably 40 hours longer than it needed to be, I feel. You could have seriously cut down a little bit of that and made it more, and had a tighter experience. So, yeah. It's also experimental. No one's ever released like a remake of an older game that's been broken into 3 pieces like that before, so it's kind of fresh ground, so we're learning about how that will go. This game is, FF7's remake project is kind of setting a standard for like massive level remakes like that. So there's my take on it. I don't think it's doing poorly though. It's also only currently available on a PlayStation 5. PS4, you gotta remember, FF7 Remake launched on PS4, which had a much larger install base than the current PS5 sales are. So there's just more people who can actually play it. Also, games were only $60 then. Turns out, the more you make a game, more expensive a game gets, less people will buy it. So now they have to fork over $70 to play the sequel to it. So yeah, there's also the price issue. So I think those are all pretty solid points on why Rebirth might not be hitting the same marks as Remake. Sony gave away the first one for free, did they? Wasn't aware of that. What are your overall thoughts on the world map design of Rebirth? What was your... in terms of that, I was actually pretty favorable of it. Because Final Fantasy has really struggled since 9 to do a world map. They essentially had given up doing world maps entirely until Final Fantasy 15, where they tried to bring it back, but it was obviously like all about driving, but it wasn't really well put together, and then it like gave up on the idea halfway through and just put you on a train. And then 16 didn't really have world map either, it just had zones you like run through. So Scene 7 tried to like bring back the world map in some way that you actually can travel across and have like large zones attached to it. Was probably about as well as you can do it with current technology. And I like that they gave you like a different chocobo for every, or at least a different travel mechanic for every area. So you had like the chocobo that can climb, the one that can like shoot water out of its foot, and you get the car for the desert. The only one I didn't really care much for was the mushroom chocobo. Let's see. When a PS6 becomes a thing, how much are we betting the newer AAA games? I honestly don't think you can go past 70. I will say that right now. There's a lot of people who will not bother buying a game if it's 80 bucks. 70 has already, I think, pushed it to the very edge of what people are willing to pay for a game. Because, hey, people, it's, things are expensive enough out there. Spending nearly 100 bucks on a video game, that's a hard sell. I think people are just like, I'm gonna just play. I got plenty of older games to play at that point. So I honestly, if they try to go that direction, they will fail. I truly believe it. You're a little worried the next installment will just be as long with the stuff they have to cover. I am as well, because the thing is, they already have all the gameplay created, so all they have to do is now create new, like, story content to have you go through. Because they don't really need to touch the combat or the traversal stuff, that's all pretty much baked in. So they're just going to be creating, like, the story, all the, set pieces and the levels and stuff like that. And I guess a few new areas. So that means they have plenty of time to fill it up with new stuff. So we'll see. I do hope it's not as long as Rebirth though it was. FF16 got an update where they added a scene where Clive gets his brand removed instead of just being removed without explanation. No, yeah, that's a pretty decent idea. Did you see the scandal with the Tarkov game? I did not see anything about it, but I did notice YouTube videos with thumbnails, you know, very, very accusatory thumbnails. So I kind of just read the headlines. What's the deal with Tarkov? I've never played Tarkov, but I'm assuming they're making it pay to win or something. I predict there's going to be a point in time where big AAA studios start funding much smaller games. Well, they already do. But hopefully that happens to a greater scale. Yeah, I'm honestly at this, I think honestly we're approaching the end, chat, of like console generations. I don't think we have too many more of them left, because what is the only reason we even have console generations? It's to improve graphics for like video games. You know, more better graphics and stuff like that. But we're at the point where I don't think many people really need graphics to get better than they currently are in most cases. They already look pretty damn good and convincing. So we're only getting marginal gains in graphics, graphics increase every generation now at the standard we're currently at. So I don't even know if that's a big selling point anymore to go out and spend a ton of money on a new machine just so you can get slightly better looking graphics now without the huge increase they used to give. And eventually we are going to reach the point where the games are like near photorealistic, and then you really are like at the end of it. Like, what do you do after that? They promised if you bought the $150 edition, you'd get everything, then locked a game mode behind the $250 edition for the Tarkov game. Okay, but maybe I just didn't really understand the way you wrote that out, but it does sound pretty terrible. That's a lot of money to be asking for a game like that. I saw a rock today. It was really cool because it was a gray rock made of stone. You know what? Everyone's always saying touch grass. The fire is on fire has just come up with a better way of getting in touch with nature. And it's appreciating rocks, and I encourage that behavior. Let me tell you, man. Rocks in streams is the next meta. Go find yourself a stream, sit down next to it, look at rocks there. They glisten. I'm not making fun of you, by the way. Hey, just go enjoy nature. I guess the next thing is dialogue trees and maps. Oh, I think the next thing they're going to try to push is like AI-powered characters in their dialogue. You've been seeing NVIDIA and like Unreal try that out. So I'm thinking like their next consoles might include like some AI accelerated chips. So they can have like AI generated characters that just like come up with new lines on the fly. Someone made a single-player mod for the game. The developers decided to push their own crap on. We already have very good graphics and FPS, so yeah, no point in another gen. Honestly, if they never had another graphics gen for consoles right now, or at least had maybe a longer gap between consoles is needed, like instead of like every like 5 years, it becomes like every 7 or 8. So that way you have more time for a much bigger leap, maybe? I don't know. Just made it to the beach section in Rebirth. Is there still a lot left of the game? My man, yes, there's still a lot left. I would say the gold saucer is like the middle point of the game. So, you're approaching the middle part of the game. You're about, I'd say, 35 to 40% of the way through it. Is this game any good? I bought it because I've seen all over the sexualized me. The gameplay is pretty solid for like an action game. The plot so far has been boring me to tears. I'm not gonna lie, I am not impressed by the characters or plot. At this point, we're gonna end up with a console that becomes Skynet. Hey, if I can get characters that can react like believably to like random inputs like that, that'd be kind of interesting. There's like experimental games that already do that. There's one where you play like a vampire, trying to convince people to let you inside their house. My friend Kate played it on a stream, actually. You don't need a PS5 Pro? Yeah, they're about to we really do not need a PS5 Pro. I'm going to point that out. Do not buy the PS5 Pro. There's 0 point in spending money for that. I don't even understand why. It's like... And honestly, I do think Microsoft is done with consoles. They don't seem like they want to do the hardware anymore. They're just going to become a software company. I should stream that vampire. People mentioned it to me, and I might do that at some point. You're obsessed with this game and it's my fault. How? Okay, now I am not the one who has like, made this game, important to people. All I've done is play it. All I've done. I barely mentioned it more than that. Switch is the only console that probably needs generations, as the amount of power they could fit into the handheld is likely to get better. True, but apparently, what isn't the Switch 2 specs were apparently not very impressive. It's like maybe about as powerful as like a PS4 or something along those lines. So probably still a little bit weaker than like the Steam Deck. Have you played Nier Automata? Yes, I played Nier Automata and I played the remake of the original Nier. I even did a video on Nier Automata actually, if you want to see it on the channel. It's like a couple of years ago. You buy a PS5 Pro, you deserve to get scammed by the industry. Whenever you die in game, the console transforms into a robot and ends you. This man has visions of the future, dark visions. And I don't like the world he's creating for us. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit more awake now, chat. Jesus, I don't know why I got so sleepy and low energy as soon as I started up the stream. I think I can actually play the game in a few minutes. Sorry for the delay, by the way. Still haven't watched your Nier video because I never finished it. Do you plan to? Like, you know what? I might come back to that game someday. Next gen, you're buying a Pakistani GameCube? I've convinced another one, huh? It's reliable tech. Plays so many older games perfectly. I am the spokesman, the official spokesman now for the Pakistani GameCube, and I couldn't be happier. Let's see. If you buy it, but yeah. Considering Microsoft seems to have nearly given up on the Xbox, this is their second failed console in a row. When you think about it, that's what killed off Sega when it came to making hardware. They switched to software only after 2 failed consoles in a row. I think Microsoft might have one more console in them, but if that one fails, they'll give up really quickly and just switch over to just like Sega did with the Dreamcast, so kill it off after a year or two, and then just go solely into software. But it's their own fault. They had a strong wind at their back after the Xbox 360 and they blew it. They bought all these studios just for their consoles. Well, they still will own the studios and still get to make games. They just get to release them on everything then. I honestly don't want it happening because then Sony has no one to compete with. Nintendo is a different thing at this point. They're not seen as in the same market. So without Microsoft there, then Sony will start sucking hard because they have no more competition for hardware. Oh yeah, let's look into doing the Game Pass, but yeah. I don't really like the idea of turning video games into a subscription service like Netflix. I'm not on board with it. I don't like the idea of having the games I like playing not be available to play anymore because they got taken off the subscription service. I bet we start to see a even bigger push for people playing retro games than we currently are. Xbox 4090. You know what? Xbox will never get away from the meme. They suck at naming their consoles, will they? They should have just stuck with what Sony does and put a 1, 2, 3, 4 after the end of it. Would have been so much better than all the stupid crap they do. Microsoft is definitely on board with that idea, since for them it means money. Well, here's the thing. Microsoft does not have to worry about money. They are one of the richest companies in the world. This whole video game thing is like a little, fun little toy they play with on occasion. It is not that important to them. It's everyone pretends there's a war between Sony and Microsoft. No, Microsoft dwarfs Sony in terms of company value. Good day, brother. What's up, Solio Jimbo? And chat, hope that everyone is well. Sorry I haven't been on for a while. Also, I loved your FF7 Rebirth video and made kudos, peace, and love. Hey, welcome back to the stream, Solio Jimbo. I'm glad you liked the FF7 Rebirth video. Had a lot of fun making it. It took a long time, though. I don't know if you know, but I also launched... Well, if you watch the video, then you know I launched the Patreon. So, I also have a Silent Hill video and Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways available on that. Maybe check them out if you get a chance. Why did Microsoft even buy so many game companies? Because it gives them massive clout on deciding the direction of video games take. Because they own all these AAA studios now. They now get to there's a lot more power there than people realize by owning that level of like owning Call of Duty, Fallout now, because that's apparently getting big because of the TV show, along with everything else they own. That's pretty powerful position they're in. It's just they still suck at making consoles. But if they ever manage to get all that together, there's a lot of potential there for them to just dominate. But thankfully Microsoft is a little ignorant at making video games. All the loot that Microsoft has, do you think they should make their own GPUs? Well, that's the thing. No one really makes Nvidia does not make GPUs. They're known as the GPU company, but they just design them, and they have the GPUs are made in Taiwan. Setting up a foundry to or a chip fab to make actual GPUs is expensive as hell, and most companies don't want to do it. They'd rather hey, have South Korea, Samsung, or TSMC to do it. So I don't see Microsoft getting into GPU manufacturing. You made the mistake of asking AI generator to write a gangster rap song about the cult of Mu. The chorus kind of slaps. Send me the link to it. If it's on the Suno AI thing that I'm thinking of, you can share it. Send me the link to it if you can. I'll give it a listen. Seal of approval maybe. How will you do a Resident Evil 2 1998 and a Resident Evil 3 1999 sin? Well, I have two options. I could either play them on Dreamcast, or I could play the PC versions of them. So either one of those would be fine. Technically, I could play the PS1 versions, but hey, if there's a better version available, why not use it? What? I just tossed my bracelet. Until actually having to make good games to begin with, huh? Okay, it's not the website Dartigan said, it's just the lyrics. Oh, okay. I thought, you do know about Suno AI, right? That'll actually turn it into music for you? It's actually pretty crazy. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels popping up recently doing a bunch of AI songs. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's called Suno. And it's free to use too, actually. After Starfield, I will never purchase another Bethesda game ever. Well done. That is a lesson everyone should take away from Starfield. If that's the best that they can do after years of making their space game that was apparently Todd Howard's dream game, it is not, you'll shine a bright, future for them. What? Oh, I don't even know how you fix Bethesda at this point. As in, I am generally convinced video game companies have somewhat crippled people into a perpetually abusive relationship. If I were to give my take on the poison in video gaming right now, it's that publishers are too focused on making very expensive games, which leads them to make very toxic decisions that are bad for consumers. Because you can't really make enough money to justify those very expensive games without making some asshole choices. So you have to put microtransactions in there, battle passes. If they would just make smaller games that don't cost them an arm and a leg and to finance, and then the company goes under, they flop, things would be a lot better for them and everyone else. Yeah, no game should cost 100 million or 340 million like Spider-Man 2. I think video game production should top out at best 50 million for a really big AAA game. Once you're past that, it's that's starting to get too much. Did I not? What is my? I'm get my monitor to switch over so I can see the game. Remember when they announced, okay, What's up with my monitor? All right. What are you doing? I need to be able to like see the game on this. All right. Hold on, chat. I got a little technical snafu here. Right, I'm gonna like turn my monitor off real quick and then turn it back on. Maybe that'll fix it. Alright, can we make this work now properly? Let me try this again. I'm trying to get my monitor to see an HDMI port hook up. You there, Dart? I'm here. Did the stream die? Okay, it's working now. Now, I'm flipping my monitor from display port capture to HDMI capture, and for some reason it wasn't working. But it's working now. Alright, chat. I am ready to begin playing video games for you now that I feel awake again. Oh, the energy you lose when you're just putting words to page. Chat, writing is like being a coal miner. You know? It's that difficult. Alright. So, yeah, we reached the desert of boredom last night. I'm gonna start, chat, desert levels kind of suck, don't they? And they've been in a lot of games recently. I don't find Arizona or, like, whatever to be that, you know, interesting of a level design. Stop putting so many freaking deserts in your video games. Just because Nier Automata had a desert in it that you could, like, you know, ski down, you know, sand dunes, doesn't mean you have to have one here. They're out there, yeah, desert levels are like the sewer levels of open world games. That's my stance on it. Do you mind me asking why you say wretch instead of wretched? Are you asking me this? Oh, you mean instead of saying reached? I don't know, I think it's just in general, the general, like, area I live in always kind of just says wretched for something. Or instead of reached. I've always just said, you know, wretch. So I'm assuming, I mean, it might be technically illiterate or, like, incorrect, but it wouldn't be the first thing I do that's, like, or say that is, like, you know, by the general consensus considered inaccurate, but it's the way I speak. Hopefully you find it endearing, and not just like, wow, he's unintelligent. But hey, I have weirder inaccuracisms. How about a sewer zone? You know what? I want an entire open world game set in a sewer. Bring back that old Sega CD game, Sewer Shark. Make it into a brand new 2024 experience. Hello Reach. Hello Wretch. Isn't that just Metro? Well, that's a subway, but sort of. Hello, what's up, badass? Yo, Xer, how you doing? Where am I headed? We're headed over that way. Right up that ass, that is his weak point. Dead Island has a sewer section? No, I mean an entire game that is nothing but a sewer level. Not just a section. Be brave. The entire game must, you know, look like shit. And, you know, be part of it, the shit. I mean, there are games, like I said, Sewer Shark is a real game. And it's terrible. Swear to God, that is a materia from Final Fantasy VII. African wild dogs and deserts of pure white no. Here, you know what, chat? Let's think of some new biomes that have never been seen before in a video game. It can't be that difficult. So let's cross off desert, jungle, tundra, like mountain, forest, plains. All those get crossed out. Let's make something more interesting as we play. I have one for you. An entire world made of wedding cakes. Kirby already did that? Shit. Makes sense. Alright, I got a better idea. More adult idea. What if, instead of like a snow biome or like a, the tundra, we have like the drug biome. Like here's like look at the glistening hills of cocaine. Oh, the crack rock stalactite. I sound like I'm on drugs right now. The strip club biome. Oh, that's creative. I've never seen a strip club biome before. See, chat, this is the kind of creativity AAA games just can't do. Duke did not do a strip club biome. He had strip clubs in his game. That's different. Nothing but yellow paint splatter. That'd be confusing. Wait, okay. I don't want to go anywhere. You describe Max Payne 1. You guys don't understand the word biome, I think. Like, bio means like an entire region. Your parents are disappointed in you biome. That's just like a living room or den that's like several square miles in size. What about a Waterworld game? Technically I think there is a game of Waterworld. But I would feel like that Subnautica would be the Waterworld game, so that already exists. And it's a very good game. People love Subnautica. What the fuck? This fight is, getting a little too much. How about a little balance, game? The cat biome. Ooh, Chad, I like your creativity. Enjoying my stream? Oh, thank you. I'm stuck. kind of hard to tell when the tentacle is going to attack because I can't see the top half of it. Always thought that making a Quake-like game where just American suburbs with monsters hanging around. You know, I have seen a horror game called Infinite Suburbia where you're just driving around like a gigantic suburban hellscape and being followed by a giant spider. Actually, car horror is a genre that hasn't been explored much yet, but there has been a game that's been in development for like years now, where you're like being like followed as you drive around in a car. I forget the name of it though. Impact type exospine, huh? Well, that fight took almost everything I had. Everything? Why is the text so small? You mean in game? I mean, it seems fine on my screen. It might seem small on like your monitor or something, or a phone. You can switch to your other health items, but yeah, I know. I just didn't really want. I mean, I had it stock there, so I went ahead and used them. How much health do I got? I'm pretty good. We'll use one of those now, actually. And there's a waste. You talking about Beware the Car Horror? Yes, that's the name of it. I've never played it, but I've always kind of wanted to, but it's always in like never finished state. Oh, this is a really bad spawn. Real bad spawn. Just run past all that, shall we? How about a jellyfish biome? Everything is just made of... well, we have to like start thinking about how we traverse these biomes if we're gonna get this creative. Because is that just an underwater biome if it's just the jellyfish biome? I'd like to see a very serious game where someone's blood cells fight a cold or something and they nearly lose, so you want Cells at Work, the video game. You had that problem with Atomic Heart, the subtitles were too small. I actually had the same problem when I remember that game now. Amongst the other problems that game had. Cells at Work, but video game actually sounds fun. I mean, people like that anime a few years ago. Do you guys know it has a more like serious spin-off called a Cells at Work Black Company or something like that, where they're like, it's Cells at Work but in a very unhealthy body of like some middle-aged like guy who's like smoking, drinking, doing drugs, getting STDs. So they're like, all the like cells are like super stressed out. Do I have a map of this region? Oh god, this is a little big. What even is this? Okay. Let's continue on to the main mission right now. The cells are gender swapped and it's intense. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know if I've seen all of it, but I saw it to the point where like the first body gets like recovered and then he like donates blood and they get sucked out of him and like put in some other unhealthy person who's like even worse off. Wait. Said Duke did a strip club biome due to being stuck in an endless strip club and forever due to a concussion. I mean, would that be a biome though, or a level? I don't believe Duke had biomes in it. It just had levels. But which Duke Nukem was that? I've never actually played Duke Nukem game before. I'm assuming that's Duke Nukem 3D, like the one everyone knows and loves. Also, Coal Sense. What kind of Bayonetta is this? A Korean Bayonetta. She collects Coke cans.
A can? I like it. I can read a variety of data from this.
What's up, White Wolf? How you doing?
It isn't much, but I can still feel traces of memories in it.
It's a description or an advertisement for the
Duke Nukem. Oh, that's from Duke Nukem Forever.
Funny seeing you so interested in some old item.
Duke Nukem a time ago. I actually did play that one on N64. It was terrible.
But if you're that worried about it, why don't I make a cabinet
Teacher
to stop
biome. The enemies are your own students who want to beat you up for taking away their phones.
Oh, this is easy as pie for the one and only Lily Artemis. I'll prepare it right away. Let's make a collection together.
Thank you, Lily.
The ability of Japanese writers to make such fun yet stupid plots should be studied. Well, they don't always. It's mainly just because different sensibilities in storytelling and different techniques they employ. Keep in mind, a lot of Japanese writers and people are very fascinated by Western media for the exact same reasons. It's like it's different.
It's a dead end.
I can just dash along the wall.
Approaching a wall marked with red paint will let you run the wall. Called hentai and it's art. I mean, no one ever said it wasn't.
Wow, great moves. Almost as good as mine.
I want to ask how she can do this when she has shoes like this that don't give her heels. That literally like... That can't be easy in these kind of shoes. Not even even with proper shoes, that's gonna be hard. But what is my favorite alien race in any media? I really do like the Predators, to be honest with you. I guess I just like... Whoa. I guess I just really like Predator 1 and 2, so that kind of makes it... And also Alien, the Xenomorphs. I like them as well. But, the culture of the Predators is being we're this advanced alien race, but we really just want to play Cabela's big game hunter all the time. And I like how the second movie tied it in that they've been, coming around to humanity for, centuries now and hunting us. It's a simple and effective storyline for an alien that kind of just seems like it really works and is interesting. What I'd like I don't know if it exists or not, but what I'd like to see is an alien. This probably is exist. All right, here's my idea. I had this idea for a story once. I never really went beyond the simple concept. I had this idea that there's an alien, it's a very advanced alien race, but they have a total lack of culture and art and whatsoever. They're just almost really advanced calculators to a degree. They can really only think perfectly logically, but they can't really conceive art and beauty and stuff like that. And so they colonize Earth because humans are they've discovered humans are well known, or at least capable of this, and it's practically sorcery to them. Vulcan, baby Vulcan. No, Vulcans have art and stuff, I believe. I think. I'm not really a Star Trek nerd, but the when they actually experience things like art and culture and stuff like that, it's almost like sorcery to them. They just get so like either like horrified or just mesmerized by it. No, they wouldn't be AI robots. They'd be living organic things. They just evolved down that path to be like incredibly like nothing but pure logic and rejecting anything else. That's as nerdy as I'm going to allow myself to be tonight, by the way. Ladies, just letting you know. Don't want to make the old panties too wet tonight talking about stuff like that. God damn it. You in this stupid game's platforming. Wait till predators find out about heroin. Hey, did you see the Predator in Predator 2 injecting himself with that stuff with a needle? He seemed like he got off on that pretty hard. Actually had a similar idea, but instead the aliens got their culture from that pod we sent into space. Oh, you mean the golden disc? I feel like they would be indifferent towards art at best, like they would look at Van Gogh or hear Pink Floyd and just be like, okay, it's color on a canvas and noise. That's the general idea, but I like to toy with the idea that like their minds can't really comprehend it very well and they only see like a bit of it, and it's almost like it drives them mad because they have like no like way of even it's sort of like, you know how like Lovecraft would describe us as like being only barely able to perceive like an old one, and it drives us insane to look at it. Like, just simple, like, you know, the Mona Lisa would have that effect on them, because they just literally can't even comprehend it. Or it might just, like, fill them with, like, enraptured joy or something. Alright, so we got points to spend. Let's make my quadruped, yeah, generates additional arcs to deal, so L1 square, then you hit L1 square again. You would love to steal that. I'm out here like for the past several months giving away all my book ideas. In like a year or so, I'm gonna like start seeing a very similar plotline show up, aren't I? You should pitch that idea to Indie Animation Studio. That idea I think I have better ideas for like stuff. I still think my Lucifer Snow idea is pretty solid for like a world. Vulcans did have art and culture and emotions, but were their emotions led to bad war? So yeah, I knew there was a little bit about that with Vulcans. Still missing a gear socket. You have an idea for a sci-fi story where humans are feared as one of the most dangerous creatures in the universe? I think I've seen similar stories like that before. There's actually a video game that from that Orson Scott Card guy, who like helped them write it, where humans are like this legendary like prophesized species or something amongst aliens. Forget the name of it though. It's on Xbox. Oh, we gotta go. Okay, we're going that way. What else have we got? I'll try finding one of these robot dudes. What is this? Okay, I can't push or I can't pull this thing. Oh, okay, I gotta let off the stick. Green Entertainment, $5 super chat. You should really pitch these ideas to someone and they can turn them into a movie series. Hey, I really want to pitch that World War II alien invasion book series. I wouldn't know who to pitch them to. And they probably get, here's the thing, those kind of people get so much stuff pitched to them, they ignore 99% of it. I'm pushing this over here. Advanced block technology. She is a cyborg? Yeah, she's like a cyborg, I think.
Adam, I've located the bike.
I see. She must have left it behind when she ran away. And it looks to me like the drones have already picked it clean. Nothing to be done there.
Search for Kaya's motorcycle. New mission. Mission in progress. In Star Trek in the Mirror Universe, are humans concurred and enslaved all? Yeah, that's like the one where Spock has a mustache. Maybe that was the true origin of multiverse, like, you know, storylines. Okay. Ooh, ow, that's a lot of pain. Okay, this is a really tough fight. Ooh. Okay, be careful about that combo. Use up some ammo to probably buy some more. Gesundheit. That was not a great sneeze. That was only like a 4 out of 10, by the way, for anyone who wants the rating. Two out of 10 sneeze week, yeah. Could have been better. They rushed that sneeze out, didn't develop it long enough. What do we have here? Gotta sneeze like an anime girl. Well, they don't have noses in anime, so I'm not sure how they actually sneeze. I've seen enough anime, no, they do not want to give women noses. They give them like a dot. You ain't sneezing through that. If anime girls sneeze with a nose like that, it should sound like... It should not sound powerful. It should sound like a whistle almost, because it's like a lot of air escaping out of like the tiniest slit possible. It should be like you're blowing air through the gap between your two front teeth. This sure was a cool area. Anime girls that sneeze are close to death in the next episode. Yeah, they can't show sickness. Like Japanese high schooler flu takes you out for like a solid month. Hey, can you get off me, gun nuts over there? I gotta like find this guy's hard enough. Oh, come the fuck on! Oh. Rumor is not confirmed that Dartigan is a German spy because Gesundheit is German. You realize... Wait, do you not realize that Americans say Gesundheit? Wait, are you German yourself? Did you not know that? That's kind of adorable if you didn't. Yeah, like, Gesundheit is like a very common saying over here. I'm assuming you're just joking though. Don't you mean bless your heart? I'm an anime girl. Okay, I can't keep living this lie anymore. I'm actually an anime horse cat girl. I was worried everyone wouldn't accept me if I ever told you. Whoa, 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 whoa there, partner. What the hell was all that? You got to remember though, in the regular universe, the Federation... Everything just tries to kill me here. I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. I don't even know why I'm here, man. I don't give a shit about anything. Sorry, I've been watching too much Dracula Flow recently. I flipped a brick from an empire. Yeah, I'm heading back over that way. I don't want to do that. You're German, but I didn't know that Americans use Gesundheit. Well, we had a lot of German immigrants back in the day, so I'm pretty sure that's where it came over. And it caught on. So yeah, Gesundheit is a very common like phrase for when people sneeze. I mean, we also say things like bless you or God bless you. But it's usually that or Gesundheit. Sorry, that was for Dartigan. What is it? I knew it. I'm gonna become a VTuber now. You say that, but I have considered it in the past. I even came up with a concept for a VTuber avatar. Like, it's just like, it'd be very expensive. You're of German descent? No, I am not of German descent. I am primarily, primarily English descent, but with a touch of like Scotch-Irish and maybe a touch of Italian in there. Based off like, you know, people in the area live here and like some family members. But that's all like very long time ago. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to be like one of those Americans who are like, I am the 3/4 Italian,
Keep following the path.
4/4 Irish, 2/4 Native American. I hate that stuff. It's so cringe. By the time you get your VTuber model up and running, the V craze would be dead. I don't think that's going anywhere. It's been going for like 5 years now, or longer. Technically, it started in 2016. So kinda German then? I mean, I don't think so, but alright. As a German, I can confirm that Dartigan has absolutely no accent when saying Gesundheit. Be the anime cat girl. Well, it wasn't gonna be an anime cat girl that I had planned for an avatar. My avatar that I came up with was like the wage tuber. I was gonna be like, sort of like looking like an Amazon employee who's like inside of a like a cut cage. Or like the wage cage with an arm picker and stuff. And I'd have like dark circles under my eyes because I've like, overworked and stressed out. So the working idea for it was wage tuber. I'm here for my monthly, your new video was funny Dartigan phrase. Well, as long as you're on time for that. But keep in mind, I have 3 new videos. There's the one FF7 video, and then there's also everything wrong with Silent Hill, and everything wrong with Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways. Both of those are on the Patreon, though. In case you missed that one. Yeah, I know I have to shill this left and right, but it's what you gotta do. It's what you gotta do. You must shill. I must shill. What would you be as a VTuber, a 4,000-year-old? Well, I just mentioned it to you, like basically an overworked Amazon employee inside of a wage cage. You've gone the wrong way.
There are no enemies nearby. Looks like a pretty good place to fish.
Fish. Why'd I do that for? We're just like, okay. The right mind is fishing in an abandoned factory. Yeah, you're gonna get some very odd looking fish out of that water. What's up, Polly? How you doing, man? Croissant, croissant. I don't know what putting that thing on the Switch did. Good game design. Guess we gotta put more on other Switches. Okay. Hey, Western, have a good day, man. But why did these things... why... Huh? How'd that work? How would that possibly activate that hook to drop thing over... What? Weird logic this game uses. Did it even like drop? Over there. I did all that for a can of Coke. Thank you. What a reward. But my coffee drink. Why are we talking about German? Because I said Gesundheit, and someone in chat who's German didn't know Americans often say Gesundheit when they're sneezing. Or when someone else sneezes. Just, you know, cultural exchange. Perfectly fine. This is the place, but I can't swim at all. What do I do? Should I use a fishing rod? Help! Can't swim, please. This girl needs to be playing blitzball if she can hold her freaking breath this long. Titus is like looking like, I want her on the Besaid Aurochs team. F in chat for that poor unfortunate show. Oh yeah, I have a F, press F emote I have not uploaded to YouTube yet. Do I should actually check and see if I unlocked a new emote slot last night because we got a bunch of like gift memberships dropped on me. Who knows, I might have another spot I can put to use it on. She's a robot? Well, she just has like a cybernetic skeleton is all I know. We're diving pretty deep at this point. This pressure should be crushing almost. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't even know why I'm here anymore, man. Is there a human? Is there even human NPCs in this game? No, there are humans. Oh, cool. I came all the way down here. I can't even open it. Nice. Thank you for rewarding me, video game. I appreciate the effort. Send faster. Isn't she a cyborg? Maybe her body seems altered. That's what I've said. She seems I don't know. All I know is that she has like a cyborg skeleton or something. Ah, okay. I'm sure that was like nice what was in that chest, but I can't get it. So we're leaving it there. Probably needed to take on the quest that has you come here and grab it before you can get the code.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
Says you. Jack is such a toxic father, chat. Never be like Jack. Alright,
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball.
2 in a row, huh? What's a cybernetic implant you would get if it were fully developed? I don't know, there's like, you know, implanted like robot eyes would be pretty nice. Or like they seem like they would be. Alright, we'll just follow the mission for now. Which I've honestly kind of forgotten what it is. Sandevistan, well, yeah, that Sandevistan inside
Catch a ball.
3 times, huh? Jack is really drilling in his message tonight. The Sandevistan never really made any sense, how it could like slow down a person's perception of time and make them fast enough to like catch bullets. That was always like, well, that's pretty anime. You aspire to be like Jack, so like the #1 blitzball champion.
Can't even catch a ball.
How many times has Jack now sounded off for? Shut up, Dad. I learned Jack Shot Mark too. Speaking of implants, anyone raise a hand if you would get an implant if it allowed you to play games like Sword Art Online? You mean like full dive VR? I don't think there was like an implant they had in that, right? There's like a bed they sit in. But apparently Gabe Newell believes we are headed towards like full dive VR gaming, and has even created his own like brain implant company just very recently. If Gabe Newell is sitting there saying that's a thing, you do have to like take notice. Like, really, Gabe? Really? You want to put like Steam chips in my head? Draw a line at that. I don't know, the idea of like being able to like fully dive into a video game. That's something you could definitely like have a very terrible addiction to and ruin your life with. Don't you want to have yet another thing in your life that could ruin it for you? Ain't no one, you ain't letting no one touch your brain. Oh, come on now. Let's not all pretend like we're using it that much. Is it possible to complete this mission? Gather the remaining people and tell them to retreat. We have to survive. That's an order. Didn't Batman Beyond have the exact same idea with virtual reality addiction? I think pretty much a lot of media has like put that forward as an idea. It's like if you could like dive into like a virtual reality like that, then people would definitely like start opting for that over reality. Okay, this is where we go. Letting a company shove chips into you will if it ever starts becoming required to do anything. I was very resistant to getting a smartphone for a very long time. I think I was one of those people held out on getting a smartphone longer than just about anyone else. I didn't own a smartphone until about 2015, if you can believe that. That's how long I managed to hold off on a piece of technology, but eventually I had to get one. You just couldn't really do anything or like be social whatsoever without one. Crops die in the winter and come back to life when spring comes. Right now, Earth is in its winter. When the winter is over, spring will come, so don't give up and keep fighting. Live on to enjoy a spring for my sake, too. Everyone gets so poetic and, thoughtful when they're dying and writing their last words. You didn't get a smartphone until last year? Hey, so well, there are some people held out longer than me then. Only reason I ended up getting one is because I got in this whole, content creation business. You kind of have to have a phone. You wanted to leave a dying message before dying? Yeah, it was a hopeful one, you see. I used the wrong beta skill there. Have I got any of the outfits? Yeah, I just haven't bothered. I changed into one briefly, but I haven't changed into any of the other ones. I'm not really that interested in playing dress up with a waifu. The tentacle, and we all know what that means in regards to sexy anime women. You know, I'm gonna be honest, Stellar Blade ain't that stellar. In terms of this is not like this is the greatest game ever made, despite some of the hype people talking about it. It is a solid action game, is what it is. It plays well, and the action is good. The plot is very, very ho-hum mid. The characters so far haven't really done anything interesting. Some of the character designs are pretty good. But it is a solid game all around, just nothing groundbreaking. Let's be honest, chat. If this game didn't have the sex appeal, do you think it would have gotten nearly as much attention as it is? This is not me slamming sex appeal. Sex appeal is fine. But I do think some people tried to make this game out to be like some kind of protest against things. And that's fine if you want to do that. Plenty of things have been turned into protests before. And like I said, I don't have any real major complaints against the game. It is a pretty solid action game. But this ain't changing things, I don't believe. If anyone has that in their head. Game needs a better sound. The soundtrack is alright. It just has... It's... how to describe it? It's not bad. It's not great. It's doing its job, I guess. Which is not... that sounds such like a shitty thing to say. If something's doing its job, it's like being competent. It just... I don't know. It's all the same. Like, let's have this lady sing over every level. It's a little too much of the same thing. Is the best way of putting it. Main attention draw to the game is the controversy around it. Yeah. I mean, I remember the first time I saw this game, I noticed, like, ass. And was making fun of it a little bit. Just because, why wouldn't you? This, but Metal Gear Solid 4 was not the greater. I maintain that Metal Gear Solid 4 is one of the weaker games in this. Is the weakest game in the series, actually. You heard me, Jim. You think MGS4 is the worst? I've said this before. I know you've heard me. Revives the same place when killed in combat, huh? The WB pump is linked to all cybernetic signals. We can buy a heart in a bag. That is a lot of money, though. But sure, I'll buy one. Even weaker than MGS5. MGS5 was, in terms of plot, was barely existent, but the gameplay was way better than... it's actually probably in terms of gameplay is the best out of the series. So I'm willing to like forgive Metal Gear Solid 5 in a lot of ways just because it had really solid gameplay. Now, when I say Metal Gear Solid 4 is the worst in the series, keep in mind that is not me saying Metal Gear Solid 4 is bad. I like Metal Gear Solid 4. I just think it was trying to do way too much in terms of telling its story and wrap up everything in one tiny game, in one game. And it just turns into a little bit of a mess. This is a point I've made across many other games that have made the same mistake. When you make the game that's there to wrap up everything you've spent the last decade building, I have yet to see a very good example of that. They almost always turn into an absolute clusterfuck of like plot points that need to be like tied in somehow. Like, and then they usually end up adding all sorts of new plot twists in it as well. And when you're trying to wrap up everything from Metal Gear Solid's cracked out world, that is an endeavor. Metal Gear Solid had a bunch of extremely epic moments, but I feel not very good as all. That's a pretty good way of putting it. It did have a lot of really... Everyone likes the microwave hallway. I like the scene when you get into like go back to when you play the Metal Gear Solid 1 version of like when you go back to, you know, Shadow Moses Island and get in the robot or the Metal Gear. There's some like really funny moments in the game too, but it also had like really weird moments. Like, was Johnny like marrying Meryl really necessary? Like this guy who shits his pants and is like a former terrorist and, you know, and did all sorts of horrible... That is so stupid, Kojima. Too stupid to be explained. And also, I feel another big weakness I've always had with Metal Gear Solid 4 is that outside of, you know, like the boss fights in it, while good, the villains like the Beauty and the Beast unit were boring as shit compared to like the Cobras or like Dead Cell or Foxhound. They were just like, what if we had like sexy women who were like full of post-traumatic trauma, and then we like, you know, had you fight them in robot suits, and then you can traumatize them further by taking photos of them. It was like, Kojima, come on. I don't think Kojima likes doing boss fights anymore, honestly. I think he's wanted to move past that, especially after Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid 5. He clearly is like, I'm done with boss fights. The skulls were pretty... Well, the skulls were really just like a special unit more than a boss fight. The only real boss fights in Metal Gear Solid 5 were the Man on Fire and the, you know, the robot, the Metal Gear.
Halt.
Hello?
Outsider.
Why does this lady have such a cooler character design than the main character?
I'm Royal Guard Kriel. I'm under direct orders from Oracle to protect the ruins. Do you know this is a restricted area?
Wait, but we are here to do a favor for Oracle?
Even so, I can't let anyone in who isn't qualified.
Qualified?
If you manage to defeat me, I'll let you pass.
That's stupid. You're being stupid. That's a stupid rule. shit. Use a pump and revive. You know what? Sure, use my pump. Pretend we're playing the old Sekiro again.
Very good. I underestimated your ability to fight on equal footing with the Alpha Natiba. It was an honor to spar with you.
We can enter now, right?
Yes. Altes Lavoir has been contaminated by Natibas for a long time.
Not.
No one has
I'm
ever
sure
made
you
it
did.
out alive. However, with
Didn't I
you,
call like having a boss fight?
I have
Yeah,
hope.
yesterday I did. Like her design was too cool for you not have a boss fight with her. Same with the weird like satellite dish robot guy. Everyone in chat is nutting. Couldn't help yourself, could you, chat? So what was I saying before we started the fight? Yeah, Beauty and Beast unit were like so boring compared to like other previous Metal Gear boss units. So I need to go unlock this door. That is such a stupid like shortcut. It just like literally like the block holding it. You could reach your fingers through and flip those open. It's just that, just like reach through the gate. You can like get the shortcut easy. I've heard many of men say that bullet had some real ass behind it, but now I can say that I have seen a few edge weapons with some real ass behind it. You know what? That's actually the part of the secret technique of our people. Is like you build up momentum by twerking or like swinging your ass around while holding the the pole arm at length, so it hits with way more force. Do you believe any of that? Look, I'm trying to come up with like an actual scientific reason for why they got so much junk in the trunk. DMC style revival item. To me, that felt more in line with the revives you get in Sekiro, actually.
Blade stopped working all of a sudden.
Huh. The drone scan isn't working either. Hold on. This is bad. There's an unusual electromagnetic security field disrupting the system.
There should be Natibas around here.
Ah, equipping the drone is still possible. Same goes for shooting at range. I guess we should thank Lily for that.
We have a shooting level.
That's more than enough. Entering now.
What are my hopes, theories for Death Stranding 2 Old Man Norman Reedus? I don't really know. I'm not really going into it with anything like hopes or anything else. Just like, hey, as long as you like gave me another really good hiking simulator, then I'm down. Just like keep adding to like that terrain, like getting around terrain and making that interesting, and I'm good. America. Technically, Death Stranding 2 is taking place in Mexico. Counterbalance weight to the way they're swinging the weapon. Yeah, that's the idea. Physics. This is all about shooting here. No sword. Oh, Norman Reedus finally hangs dong. I don't think that's gonna happen, by the way.
From the outside, the ruins looked old. But inside, it looks so modern. Something about this feels off to me. The time period doesn't seem to line up at all.
I feel the same.
Pro wrestler who vowed to climb Mount Everest struck by a bus and the eyes all... Well, climbing Mount Everest isn't that impressive of a feat these days. It's literally like a tourist thing to do. We are humanity, not you. We will make the false world clean again and purify this world with our hands. Hey Iris, have a good night.
On the floor. Step back. There's a rope in front of you.
A sheep. But why is there a rope there? Shit. Oh god, the platforming. Oh, come. Platforming fucking sucks in this game. Booting complete. Intro admin ID Raphael confirm. Proceeding with command prompt input command confirm. My name is Rafi. I am the central computer for the Humanity Liberation Front. Liberate humanity from the oppression of the machines. Conducting experiments to revolutionize humanity. I answer to admin commands. Oh, oh.
That's one way to greet people.
What even was that? That was like a guy in a gimp suit. Game is Resident. You know there actually is a Chinese sexy Resident Evil game. Has like a really like attractive woman in like a Resident Evil style situation. Wait, these are just like vacuum tubes. We're in the middle of a radio.
This place.
It's filled with capsules.
Was it a research facility?
You want to see a little bondage play? Have you ever seen, well, if you want a game that has like a lot of weird, creepy sex bondage in it, you can always play that Phantasmagoria 2, I think it's called. You've played Killing Antidote, was it any good? Hey Garrus, have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. Chadley version 1.4. They're like blood slug. I heard that, Curtis. Was that a Chad Lad? Phantasmagoria 2. Yeah, I've never played Phantasmagoria. Or even I've definitely never played Phantasmagoria 2. But Phantasmagoria 1 is like the classic, like, weird-ass freaking game from like the 90s. And apparently pretty famous as well.
It's an AT.
You know what? I never thought of it before, but yeah, Phantasmagoria could see a classic Sin video. Definitely counts. Hello, Dart. What's up, Buzz, my Woody? How you doing? I think I'll hold off spinning points again. What are these final two in this, though? First strike, a triplet also stuns a hit enemy. Additional Increases the attack power triplet, or damages the balance. The enemy hit with quadruplet. Increases the attack power of quadruplet. That would probably be good. That's worth saving for, I feel. Doing great, man. Feels like I caught the streak when it's about to end. It's like 3 a.m. here. Oof, that is late. Hope you're alright. Hopefully you get some sleep later. But yeah, the stream is still, it's about half, this is like the halfway point of the stream, actually. But we haven't really done much story-wise, because for some reason it's been a slow pace tonight. Oh, I was thinking that was supposed to happen, actually. Oh, I'm gonna just fall down to the next level. Nope, you're dead. Hey, this door doesn't open. Travel to the next area before the gate closes? What do you mean, game? Grab the ammo, silly woman. There's a switch? I thought I... Oh, it's the green one. No, you're right. Okay. Oh, come on. My ass is too thick to get through it in time. Hips too wide, chat. Hips too wide. Oh. How's my butt and still their butts? My butt's still great. No complaints on my butt. I think Dart forgot to have his nap today, so is a little slow. I didn't get much sleep last night. I didn't get to like bed until like 3. And then I kind of woke up around like midday, so I was feeling kind of groggy all day. Wrench of the gun over. Yep, gun only level. Uh-oh. Otherwise known as the Resident Evil level. Honestly, I would prefer the game to be like this. To be like an actual like shooter, like a Resident Evil style game. Big ass titties, access denied. Look, I paid $70 for this game. It better not deny me.
Can only be opened with a
Not here.
Waifu shooter. I mean, technically that already exists. We just mentioned it a few minutes ago, that there's a Resident Evil style game out of China that is all about playing as an extremely attractive woman killing zombies and stuff. Phantasmagoria 2 was really good. I played it when I was a teen. I've always heard it's really, like, compared to Phantasmagoria 1, it's not very good. For humanity, for life, from machine domination to blood-red freedom. We are owners of Earth. We are the natives of this land. Interesting.
It's open. Let's head to the gates.
Time for obligatory silly question. On the scale of onion booty to dummy thick, what do you rate the game so far? I give it 7 peaches out of 10. I didn't really know how to say that when you put it that way. Other than like mention, you know, something that's like a popular emoji for butt. You'll go to bed later and play some Witcher 3 on the Switch, again for the best ending and some puns with armor. I think I got the best ending when I played the, you know, when I played through the, you know, the only time I played through it. It's not that difficult. Why is onion booty censored? It's not. I don't, at least, wait, is it censored in your room? I'm confused. To me it was. I read it as onion booty, so. What the hell? What?
Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint.
Triangle, circle, X, square. Alright, I guess I just got very lucky then. No!
Maybe the pattern under your
I already
feet
figured
is
it out again. Shut up. At least one day I should try for the worst ending with the most dead characters. But why? Why would you want to make yourself sad? Oh yeah, that, okay, those still fall. I thought those were like a free space.
Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint.
How does this work logically, by the way? And why would you ever build your base to be like this? No, oh, this is so shit.
Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint.
No, no! Oh god, I hate the platforming so much now.
Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint.
They put so much effort in making her look sexy, they forgot to make her know how to jump properly. triangle, circle, X square. There we go.
Great. Let's move to the next area.
Use the anti-grab butt cheeks. If only. If only that was a thing that I had. But thank you for the 100 bits too. Maybe that's the point. She's so bootylicious she doesn't get good airtime. I mean, for all of her superpowers, she can't really jump much more than a normal human. How's the game? Game is mostly good, but you just saw the platforming section. Those are the kind of the worst. Okay, I'll continue saving my points for now. How are things? I'm pretty good, MC Koi. How you doing? I got all my rough drafting of my next DLC sim video done today, so tomorrow I get to finish that script up. I'm on fire, chat. Fire! Making stuff left and right.
I'm detecting a fusion cell in that generator. Let's get it out of there.
What about these Mako energy tanks I'm looking at? We streaming tomorrow? Yes. Cool, cool. I'm off to bed. See you. Hey, have a good day at work tomorrow, man. Assuming you have work tomorrow. You got work, then class. Oof, double bad. Double bad plus not good. We
need a fusion cell in order to get out of here.
I don't see the op. There should be like a button to get this thing started, right? This feels like a laser beam puzzle. MC Koi, hey Stella, $5 or €5 super chat from MC Koi. Thank you. Maybe it's up here. So sorry to hear that. Not been good. Taking a break from YouTube as I sadly lost my nan. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry. I hope you had some good memories with her though. Not to last you for a very, the rest of your life. Hoping to get this game in a couple weeks. As an action game, it's pretty solid. So if that's what you're looking for, then I can say it'll probably keep you for keep you for a bit. On the one hand, I have class 11:30, then head to my day job, but it's all covered in online. Still, it's not a lot of time to enjoy yourself all that much. So, that's college life for you these days. Oh hi, my cat's here. What do you need, Dex? You need to be petted with my foot? Yeah, you need to be petted with my foot. Eidos Company, the leader in human innovation. Thank you for visiting the Cybernetics Factory. We are the frontrunners in new technologies. The new existence and the new normal. Experience what Eidos Company has to offer through our various programs. We ask for your understanding and compliance with pre-entry security procedures. Please provide your reservation number and we will be with you shortly. Thank you. Like, I don't think Dex realized that she has, like, paying fans now. Like, literally, people, like, paying extra just to see her photos.
The door on the other side's open.
I'm going to start buying her, like, some, like, high-quality cat food as, like, a reward. Dex will like, what is this you say, human? Like, human. If I am earning part of the income, some of the income must be spent on me. I'm going to have to get her, like, some of, like, special, like, rabbit food or whatever, like, cat food made of rabbit. Like, chewable and everything. Why would you have, like, an extendable catwalk instead of just building a permanent catwalk? Does that make any sense to anyone from a design perspective? Like, oh, instead of, like, just building a catwalk, what if we just, like, have this big hydraulic that shoots out and leaves two big jet gaps you gotta jump over? Drone upgrade.
The laser is on. Let's go down.
Scientists in the future need to get them gains. Need ammo. OC only cats? Yep, that's on the Patreon. Oh crap. Stellar flatulence. You guys are just coming up with, like, the dregs of jokes for these butts now, are you? Did you ever do a vid of Resident Evil Revelations 2? Yes, I did. Did that a couple years ago, right after I did Revelations 1. At this point, like, the only, like, old Resident Evil game I haven't yet did a sin video for that's worth sinning is the original Resident Evil remake of 1 for GameCube, which I recently played through and can now, if I choose to, make a video on, and probably will after this one. Almost like I timed it that way. No, no, no. Shoot the balloon. Plato's kind of leader in human innovation and path to future is open, paid by Raphael, Marx, and Mothersphere. New normal means technology and new persistence. We must transcend the boundaries of human and computer and break the shackles of life and cybernetics. Eidos Company, welcome to the future. Do that ass fart, chat? That is what you're now subjecting me to. Do that ass fart? Think that ass do fart. You have a favorite armor in Fallout 3? What is it? I don't really remember the armors of Fallout 3 very much. Other than, like, the battle armor. From the Brotherhood of Steel. Okay, laser puzzle time. Weirdly, I can't grab this one. Being the southern man that you are, do you eat Bluebell ice cream? I'm enjoying a delicious bowl of Aldi brand vanilla ice cream, and gotta say, it reminds me of my days living in Texas. I don't really eat ice cream that often, and usually when I do, I want to go to like an actual ice cream store that has a lot of different flavors instead of buying it at a supermarket. So I forget if I don't think I ever had like a particular brand of ice cream I'd go for when I did. The enemy I killed had bad gas. That ass did fart then. This part of the game seems really good. I like that they shifted it up to go in like gun only in this area. The puzzle needs a little work here. Puzzle need work, but solid idea.
Whoa! The test subjects are alive!
Whoops, whoops, well, I just learned that connect. Well, that just happened. That just happened, Jet. Okay, what am I trying to do? Yeah, sure, why not? They're not big of a threat. And I like shooting things. You're digging the shooting? Yeah, honestly, I would prefer the game to be focused on shooting. I'm going to shoot them all, because I might get something out of it. Alright, let's actually try to solve the puzzle now. I think I need to break this open with a laser before I can... looks like I got another one of those I need to get in there. You can kill them with a laser, yeah, but it's like... they move a little fast and this is kind of slow to operate. Here we go. am getting kind of low on ammo though. How long is this game? Some people said it's around 20 hours or so. That might be because of like a little bit of padding here and there. So no idea. I have no idea how far I am in the game. I know I need to get like 4 cores to like get to like something special, but I've got 1 so far. I'm assuming we'll have another one soon tonight. This reminded me of Phantasy Star Online, and please don't send Phantasy Star 2. I don't really know much about Phantasy Star games. I've never played any of them. So no worries there, mate. Like, what is the plot of a Phantasy Star game, actually? Interesting way of powering this thing up.
Great. Success.
Like, I know the Phantasy Star Online was like one of the first, like, was the first ever console MMO. That's all I know about it. Would take days to explain the lore if it's that deep. Give me the Cliffhand version then. Or the Cliff Notes version. I know there's some hardcore fans of Phantasy Star. There's like people who literally have kept the Dreamcast Online stuff going just so they can continue to play Phantasy Star Online on their Dreamcast. I'm not giving you much attention. Of course I am. I just read your comment. I've just also been like focused on like killing monsters. I'm sorry if I left you like alone in the dark.
This lab, do you think humans use this facility to study Nativas? Or...
Yes, they might have done, Lily. After all,
Have I ever considered doing a stream just for talks and reactions to videos we suggest? I sort of did that with the... Well, it wasn't really taking suggestions for the cartoon stuff. But I have. It'd be... I couldn't really do that on YouTube. I don't know, maybe. As long as it's not stuff that's like really copyrightable, I could probably do it. Because you have to be a bit more wary of copyright claims on YouTube than Twitch. But that's called reaction content, and I would do it. I just don't want to feel like I'm stealing content from people. And I don't know if I would be able to like do it and feel clean. Like I'm just like ripping other people's content off for like filling up my own time. So I'd have to like I'd probably want to like only like find a few things to like watch and talk about, and then like go really in depth on it, and not just like constantly just watch content after content, like look through TikTok all day or something. But if that's what people want, you know, I could maybe do it at some point. I'm just primarily always like streaming video games. But I sort of also just like sit there and talk with people for the first like 20 to 30 minutes of every stream anyways. It's like my warm-up period. I'm gonna hold off on spending any points. I still need to like wait. Saw a picture of your cat cute, but I think my brother's cat is much cuter. It also looks like a fox. Well, I never claimed Dex is the cutest cat. But she's my cat. Do miss Twitch chat. YouTube ain't built up yet. Hey, Twitch chat's still there. But YouTube is still in its like early phase of it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still kind of experimenting with YouTube streams. So far it's gone pretty well. It really depends on what game I'm playing. It's very much... Usually on Twitch I can always expect certain people to pretty much always show up. On YouTube it seems to be more inclined to what I'm playing if they're interested in it or not. Like say the Resident Evil streams were really good, as were the Final Fantasy streams. And the Silent Hill streams too. Your cliff notes of it: basically advanced civilization fighting against a universal evil hell-bent on destroying everything. In the original to the now MMO, there are time gaps, which the threat either evolves, or the character working to destroy everything changes. So basically every JRPG ever to a degree.
All the lights are red. I have a bad feeling.
this guy recognize a boss room when he sees one. Especially with all the ammo all over the floor. Buff, have a good night, by the way, if you're leaving.
Damn, we're stuck. They passed through the lasers without a single scratch.
Change bullets. Okay, it's like heals. Current definitely took pointers from FF14, which is different. Oh, so it's... So, when was the most recent Fantasy Star game? Does anyone know how to change ammo in this game? I remember doing it in the demo, but I kind of forgot how to. You aim and then press down. That's a little unintuitive. Well, actually, that just brings up my grenades, not not the bullets. There it is, okay. Missile pod. Let's try this. Okay, that was the wrong weapon to use against her. Oh, ow, 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 I'm getting my cooch lasered off. There's a lot of YouTubers quoting these days the gamer sins are giving up gaming sins like Game Care Network and Chari. 5, I'm not quitting, I'm only starting. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I didn't quit, I just evolved. I got better at it than them. That's all I'm gonna claim it. But yeah, I'll probably have to have quit it eventually. Who knows? It might not be viable forever. But I would just probably go into like video essays if I were to do that. Since that's pretty much like what I already do already. Especially when you consider like my opening sin.
They passed through the lasers without a single scratch.
Thank you for knocking me out of my shot. Thank you for doing it 2 times in a row. No, oh, that's all the freaking insta-kill laser walls. Pain in the ass. Okay, the laser gun is not very good here. Not enough room. I watched the DLC for Resident Evil 4 like 10 minutes now. Seriously agree with you about Wesker not really doing a good job. Well, yeah, it's like the traditional Wesker. Did she say Stella? Who did? I don't think anyone did.
Damn, we're stuck.
Outside of game sins, have you ever thought of doing movie sins? Not really. I don't really like. I'm not enough of a movie guy to ever do that properly, and I wouldn't want to walk in like cinema sins toes, since I already do the movie stuff.
They passed through the lasers without a single scratch.
Acceleration.
Glad you made it.
Oof. Now, why'd the lasers turn off for, though? But thank you, Storm Queen, for the 100 bits, by the way. Is the majority of your fans and subscribers American? Yeah, it's like America, Canada, then, you know, England, and I believe Germany after that. So, yeah, pretty obvious. There are different types of sins. You got zombie move sins, anime sins, and Crypt, who does rapper sins. It was Alan who introduced me to sin channels, and yeah, so... Yeah, I'm happy doing video games, what I know and love. And at this point, I basically am the guy people go to for them. But I wouldn't mind, like I said, I wouldn't mind doing a podcast at some point. Trying that out. I know that's what like every YouTuber does these days, like, oh, I'm gonna go the podcast route. But it might be fun.
The elevator should work now.
I played the FF16 Leviathan DLC? No, but I plan to, because I might end up be making a DLC sin video on that for the Patreon. Wait, what did this do? Oh, this activated that. You're getting tired of this dog? Are you gonna kill it like that politician did? From Algeria, France, adding a little bit of diversity. Hey, we have another Frenchman over in the Twitch chat. Hmm. Can you send Wii U games at some point? I don't know. There's not really many Wii U games out there that are even worth the time. Alright, still saving up for this skill over here, so we'll wait. Surprised the gun doesn't get its own, like, skill tree. Alright, what do I want to spend money on?
Got him!
Over what? Would you just play that one out of context? African, yeah, well, you said French, so I'm assuming it's like still connected to them because of like, you know, colonial days. Not that high in YouTuber. You know, I'm not high in YouTuber for that kind of thing yet, but I'm giving it my all on YouTube after my man's funeral. Well, hey, it does take a lot of effort and a little bit of luck. Well, actually, a lot of luck. But you only actually finally get that lucky break if you stick to it for a while. That's what usually ends up making most people stop. They just don't stay in it long enough, or they can't afford to. So that's the sad part of it. Alright, so am I shooting? Yeah, I'm shooting shit.
Got him!
This is like the bit night, isn't it?
Got him!
You know what? You have fun with that. Sound alerts were lagging for me. You sent that a few minutes ago. Sometimes the freaking website that does that, there will be lag like that. Hope you didn't hit the button accidentally multiple times. Like, did it work? Let me, like, send it again. Don't I have like shotgun ammo as well? No, I bought some. Promise you didn't. I believe you. Just to be careful about it. You only hit it once, and if it doesn't work, wait and see. That way you don't end up spending more money. Anyway, Darty, I'm logging off. You take and hope this game really takes your like. It's awful. Be disappointed in a game you look forward to. I mean, I'm enjoying the game. Good action. That's all I really wanted it to have, was like good action.
Contamination is advancing here.
Meat. For humans, for life.
It's closed. We have to look for a security code.
This game really does love really long hallways you gotta walk down, doesn't it? You gotta upgrade the drone to be able to use the shotgun? Oh. I think I've actually got some drone upgrades. I don't know if I don't think I can upgrade it here though, can I? That's only like it back at base, I think. At bonfires.
The path is blocked.
I'll look for a different route. We can take a detour. Through the vent.
Hey Dartigan, I just got finished watching your video on Final Fantasy Rebirth, and I just wanted to let you know that I really liked it. I know it was a long one for you to do, but it was all worth it in my opinion. Hey, well thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sorry it was so long. But hey, the next several, like most of my videos, hopefully for now, for a very long time now, until I end up having to do Persona 5 eventually, will be under an hour long. Let us pray. I don't want to do another video. That's combined with just recently doing FF16. Just a few months ago. I really don't want to do another massively long video like that for a while.
Code.
Oh, well, you led me to it, you stupid drone. What do you want? You led me to this door like you wanted to go that way.
It's closed. We have to look for a security code.
Search for security code. Oh, game. Oh, game. How many channel points to do GTA 5? I don't have anything for like that. Because I'll end up doing GTA 5 without anyone having to, like, you know, spend channel points or, like, subscribe to the Patreon. I'm planning to do that one before the launch of GTA 6, in fact. I'm gonna lurk until I fall asleep. Hey, it's perfectly fine. You have a good sleep when you get there. Well worth the time invested. Great video. Like I said, thank you. Alright, we get the captures code.
It was somewhere nearby.
I think I need to give the game more of a chance, but my sins, Dartigan, does good. It's great entertainment. Hey, thank you. I feel like I've gotten pretty damn good at those doing them their sin videos. Honestly, I don't know if I can get much better at doing them. This is very egotistical of me, I know. But I, like, struggle to think of any way I can actually improve them at this point, other than just, like, writing better jokes.
Try entering the code.
Persona 5 Sins is going to be even longer. It's a great game, but eventually you'll get to the point where you're asking yourself, when is it going to end? I mean, I was asking myself that with Final Fantasy X, Rebirth, you know. Wasn't like that game wasn't... Yeah, that was 120 hours, is what I've always heard is about the playtime of Persona 5. How's the game going? Ass be thick, combat be fast. I think that gets it across pretty well. Whoever gifted you a membership, thank you so much. That was very likely. I think he's actually here in chat. Maybe he's not, I don't know. But last night there's like, I think like 150 gift memberships dropped on chat. So you probably got it then. 100 bits, took a nap. I'm back now. Looks like we stumbled into Resident Evil. Yep, it's exactly what it is. We can only use gun here. And there's meat everywhere. You fast forward most social links in P5, it's like less than 100 hours. Yeah, but you might need those. What the hell are we doing here? Uh-oh.
Wind is making it hard to control the drone. Blow it up and the pad will stop.
Ow, 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 ow. They're throwing everything at me. This is turning into Dead Space now more than Resident Evil.
Come on, let's get out of here.
A little bit more Dead Space than Resident Evil, actually. Mind you, the tram section of... No, that part was absolute garbage, the tram section in Callisto Protocol. Wasn't there a DLC for Callisto Protocol as well? I literally forgot about that game entirely after I finished the video for it. You don't need to do social links in P5, but if you do them, they make the game a lot easier and a really good way to farm levels. So that's how you do the grinding in it. You get a girlfriend. Sea of Stars took you about 100... Is that that's the game that came out last year? It's like a Chrono Trigger, like spiritual successor, right? They made an indie game and it took you 100 hours. Doesn't feel right. You can still hear Dart's anguish. I mean, there are certain memories that I have kept, especially the painful ones. It didn't please many fans. I don't think that game had many fans. But how long was the DLC for it? Was it like significant story content? Shit. Okay, this one's gonna give it to me if he tries. Fuck. I'm gonna swear a lot tonight, aren't I? There's a DLC for Callisto Protocol. Question, is it worth it to play it? Oh, it's probably not, but I might end up making a sin video on it for the DLC on the Patreon. Served as the true ending of the game, and honestly, the Callisto Protocol seems to have garnered a bit of a cult following. That can happen sometimes. I actually discovered a game today that kind of intrigued. I don't know if I'll end up playing it or not, but I was intrigued enough by it because I'd never heard of it before. And it's interesting to see a piece of gaming history like that it just like I never even knew about.
Let's take a breath anyway.
It's another of those games that is a PS1 game that is actually like an open world, like Twin Peaks kind of game out of Japan. So yeah, before you had Deadly Premonition, that game existed. So I was like, wow, I didn't know about that. That's how about that? Forget the name of it now. I have to look it up again. But like seeing like a PS1 try to do an open world game for like, well, it's more like a town, like a big town you drive around in the open world. Still intriguing to see them try to do that. Mizuma, that's it actually. Thank you. We need one more point, we can buy that. Alright. I guess we'll upgrade the drone. Let's see. Patches. Additional magazine shotgun shells can be fired in range mode. Upgrades to slug mag. Up to 40 slugs can be loaded. Get the shotgun. Attaches additional magazine explosives. Has a chance to restore HP for 5 seconds while guarding or parrying when HP is 20% lower. This is unstable energy when enemies are dealt a critical hit. Camouflage. Increases melee attack power. Eagle Eye. Increases the max capacity of bone ammo. I think I'll grab this. Look at all the sexy outfits we can now make, chat. I don't really want to spin my, like, polymer on it.
The Naytibas here. They look almost human. These Naytibas are definitely different from the ones on the surface.
Can I send Mario RPG for classic sins? I don't know. But usually Mario RPGs don't take themselves seriously. I try to avoid, like, comedy games to a degree. Alright, moving on. I think that's actually the expansion module I needed as well. Is that the one with Chungus Yoshi? Okay, nope. I need more Tumblr expansion modules. Wait. Where am I going? There? Is it down I'm going? Remind me, was it down? Was it... I guess I gotta go down. I don't know. We'll find out. Nope, I came from this way. Kaya sells polymer and really clean. And it's really clean. Can you go... You have so much trouble going up ladders sometime, you know, in this game. Among your gaming YouTube, Sisyphus Rocks, there's Usinning Plaguetail and Neocranium streaming Signalis. Yeah, I streamed Signalis last year, so pretty good game. Right, so what am I missing up here? Oh, that's what I was missing. Well, that's certainly interesting. That's an ominous looking thing to jump into. Lord Rush, well, he's back again, ladies and gentlemen, gifting everyone more memberships. Thank you, well, I'm gonna call you my friend now, but as long as this doesn't get parasocial. Thank you for the gift bomb of 10 memberships. And if anyone got a membership from him, send him some love. I'm fighting this like bag of cancer. Or heart of the infection, never mind. Not of ammo. Interesting. Let's try the rockets on it, actually. Might be a better idea. The rockets only like want to target center mass, it seems. This really does feel like I'm playing Dead Space right now. Praise be Lord Friendo of Dark. And many such things. Is this me or this thing does not do much damage to you? Shit. You fighting an alien asshole? I don't think this is an alien, but it might be an asshole. Rockets don't target weak spots. Yeah, that seemed like it'd been a good idea since they had like multiple like spots you the target. I thought, oh, the rockets are tailor-made for this. Nope. Not how it works. All right.
Look, it's a hyperdrive.
This is hyperdrive number 2. Just stick that right up your butt.
The hypercell's preservation status is good.
Great. Be careful with it now. You should head back.
What even
I'll
is
have
the
pod
plot?
waiting for you once you go outside.
We are.
Wait,
I don't know.
There's a legacy here.
A legacy? What's that?
We just need hyperdrives
It's
for
a
to
device
kill
with
an
records
alpha
left by the airborne
native or
squad
something.
before me. They leave important information for the next airborne squad.
I see. But why would an airborne squad come all the way here?
Maybe they knew something about the Alpha or the Elder.
I'll check the legacy.
Day 8 after the second dive. Third record. Legacy account Raven. Remaining survivors Ripley and Anis. Anis is in a bad condition. Death is very likely at this rate. We discovered this laboratory 4.47 kilometers from the drop-off point. It seems to be a facility that studied Naytibas, but it's hard to obtain accurate information due to severe contamination. However, I discovered an astonishing fact while searching through the data. Before the war we call the Final War, there was another war. It was a war fought between humanity.
Wow, what a
and the
line that
androids
was. Before the
humanity had
final
themselves
war, there was
created.
another war.
The so-called Andro-Eidos. Humans lost the war against their own creation. The few humans who did survive hid in underground facilities, but the hunt was far from over. However, an unexpected factor turned the tide of the war. With mankind at the verge of extinction,
Hey, Aaron Hines, hello, how you doing?
Powerful creatures from an unknown origin appeared out of nowhere. The war with the Naytibas brought about the destruction of the androids. And so, during this time, mankind was able to make its escape to the colony. From now on, I plan to investigate the origin of Naytibas. Hopefully, at the origin point, I should find the Elder Naytiba. To anyone who may be watching, may Mother Sphere's blessings be with you.
I like that they cut a gap in her cleavage just so you should know it's still there. Cleavage window
I
chat.
didn't think a record like this existed.
And there was another big war before the Final War. I never learned about anything like that at the colony.
What do you think, Adam?
Why do you think they called the last war the
history of
final war
mankind
then?
is riddled with conflict. It's
That
hardly
means there was
surprising
wars
to
that
hear about
preceded it.
wars before the Final War.
Even so, it's strange that this wasn't passed down. I'll retrieve the legacy and go back.
First sin? Oh no,
Wait a
there's been
moment.
many sins.
I can pick you up with a tetrapod.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
How do you feel about the sensory? I haven't really experienced any of it, but I haven't really been changing clothes any in the game. I'm fine with like the base outfit. I'm not really that interested in like dressing up waifus and stuff. I mean, I find it silly if they would censor the main character's outfit if you have girls like this that are just NPCs. If the NPCs can wear something like that, then I see no reason why the main character can as well. Because I think that's more revealing than anything Eve can wear. And actually looks a bit cooler than anything she can wear.
You want to take the test again?
No, I'm good.
No.
Tall mommy. You know what? I didn't realize it, but yeah, she and it's not just the heels either. She just be tall. But where am I headed to? Oh, the pod. For aerodynamics, Dart, you wouldn't get it. Yeah, it's only something only women know about boob windows.
Tell me if you need anything. How may I assist you?
I wish the sword looked different when you upgraded it as well. To like you show off. Okay, it's true. Unleashes unstable energy when enemies are dealt a critical hit. Unstable energy deals chain damage to nearby enemies. That could be pretty good. I'm gonna hold off.
You did great, Eve. Shall we go back to Zion?
Return to Zion.
Let's get on board.
You want the red lady's heels? Those are like very cyberpunkish heels. How horny has chat been? Chat has actually never really been horny while playing this game. We've just all made like jokes, but you can't really play this without making some jokes about the figures you find in it. I haven't seen anyone just like thirsting nonstop. Dart never beating the EP allegations? What are EP allegations? Have you tried coconut water? Yes, I've gone on record as saying drinking coconut water is the equivalent of drinking hydrogen peroxide. Fucking nasty.
Ah, Eve, did you bring me the can? Because I've made all the preparations already.
Preparations?
Voila! I picked up some stuff I found lying
My
around.
can
and I
collection,
put
thank
together a
God.
can. I think it would be good to store your cans here.
Storage and display at the same time. Not bad.
Right?
Look, you need a
I'm telling
hobby,
you,
chat. This girl
Lily
collects
Artemis
cans.
always gets the job done.
Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way, Storm Queen. My can collection. It's alright, but not a... Yeah, I just do not like coconut water. Or like carbonated water either. What would you do to make this game's plot more interesting? Everything. It needs a lot more. It needs characters that actually do something besides just kind of stand there and talk. It needs more world building. It's just like very basic. This is like, it feels... This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does have that PS2 action game feel to it, and not like Devil May Cry PS2 action game feel to it, where it's like, in terms of how it gets its plot across. Just, so far the plot of the game is just like a, you know, it's like a wet rag. It doesn't really hit in any way. And the world just kind of feels flat. It seems a lot more attention went into like creating cool looking NPCs, but not really doing much with them personality-wise, and having cool combat. I mean, that's perfectly fine. You can make a solid game off that. But if you're... Yeah, the plot has definitely suffered from it. But I'm assuming most people are not playing this game for the plot either. Six Past Ghost, how you doing, man? Hey, where am I headed to? Go to the presence chamber. Oh, we're back here, are we? Doom did that. Doom was different because Doom tried to give the main character a plot, but the main character just refused to care about the plot. He's, I'm here to kill fucking demons, get out of my way. So I actually kind of like that because the plot was like, I don't care about your freaking like hell energy and everything else. I was only here to kill stuff. You got a new tattoo. What did you get? Tattoo-wise, that is. Do I have it? I don't have any tattoos. I am pure skin. I'm a pure skin, chat. No ink has touched these cells upon my arms. Is Eve now lightning in the plot? To a degree, you're not far off. It does kind of feel very similar to the flatness of FF13. Like a big sci-fi world, but you don't really care about anything. And I mean, it's even similar. Like all the humans live in space now, and like the Earth is like super dangerous to be on because of monsters. You got a Naruto tattoo? Let me guess. Is it the curse seal that Sasuke has on his neck? That's the one I think, or like the Sharingan thing. I need ink. Nah, I'm good. I thought about getting like a ring tattoo at times. Just like a tattoo on your around your finger. Who made this game? This comes from like a developer in South Korea who has previously made only mobile games. Play the demo, and of course there's a character named Adam. Yeah, that's kind of a sign that the plot is not very well thought out when they just use biblical allegories of like Adam and Eve and Lilith and everything else. It's just like, okay. First writing project kind of plot, is it? You have a Sasuke tattoo as well? Hit me up with that, bro. Well, I don't have one. That was someone in my chat talking about their Naruto tattoo. You got Ambu Black Ops tattoo. I'm not familiar. Is that like a bunch of like wavy lines or like kind of looks like flames or something? We'll definitely end up fighting this guy at some point too. He's too cool looking, just like she is.
If you want to know how to find the Alpha Natiba, you should go talk to Oracle.
I'd had Jack from Strangers of Paradise to blast a Slipknot in here for the rest of the game. It seems to work, not gonna lie.
Oh, as expected. My eyes did not deceive me. Excellent work, Adam. I'll leave this one to you as well.
Let's go to the hyperdrive.
You've been blasting Korn recently?
Secondary drive energy.
Which
protection.
album?
Initiating activation.
Whoa! It looks brighter now.
Yes. What we're doing is really worth it.
I mean, if you say so.
Hey, move out of the way. I'm busy. Angel? Sorry I didn't recognize you. I'm definitely an ungrateful one. Hey, move out of the way. I'm busy. Angel? Sorry I didn't.
He does kind of look like a Cyberpunk 2077 character, doesn't he?
Definitely an ungrateful one.
Eve's foot looks like they're bound. Yeah, I've remarked on her weird, like, horse hoof heels before. It looks like it'd be incredibly comfortable to have that bottom part pressing into the very bottom, all of her weight being pressed into that bottom, like, spike holding her foot up on the heel. And also, nothing seems to be holding them together. But hey, you gotta make that ass look good, so they gotta lift.
Angel, you're back. I guess you can keep retrieving hypercells. This might end up meaning something.
Everyone goes for the basic biblical allegories, but what about Enoch or Melchizedek? You know what? No one ever goes for like, yo, where's my Japanese anime game with sexy women based off Noah's Ark? You could have, look, here's an idea for an anime, free of charge. Noah's Ark, but all the animals are like cat girls and other like, cute girls. You see what I'm going with it, right? Two of every animal, but he brings nothing but like the female version, like humanized, anthropomorphized versions of all the animals with him. So you got rhino girls, giraffe. See, look, it's that easy. I can do this shit, and this is like prime time anime of the year. Everyone's talking about it, deal. And I just came up with it off the strike of my head, like an errant thought in my head. That's already a thing. Well, shit. Why must you ruin my genius by telling me someone already thought of it? Is that really already a thing? Someone's already done Noah's Ark, but with like cat girls and everything else? What was the most frustrating game I've ever sinned? Well, I've mentioned before Valhalla was a really frustrating experience because it just would not freaking end. But honestly, if I'm talking about the most frustrating experience I've ever had sitting a game, it'd be Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because I had nothing but technical issues the entire time playing through it. I lost tons of footage. I had to buy the game twice on 2 different platforms. And then when I finally finished playing the game and getting all the footage recorded, I realized that my entire recording had no audio. So I had to rip audio from YouTube videos and splice it into my own footage to make up for that, because I didn't want to play through the game again. So it was like just a massive ordeal to get that one out, because I almost gave up because it was all the technical issues I was having. There was a Noah's Ark Doom clone back. Yeah, there's been Doom wads of many, many things. I was talking about the anime idea of Noah's Ark.
Once again, thank you.
Now it's your turn.
Wait. He will give you an answer.
There's a sewage treatment facility and a train graveyard in the old city center. I am detecting the frequencies of an alpha nativa coming from Matrix 11.
Matrix 11.
I will forward the map data to the tetrapod. It will guide you as you attempt to travel to the alpha nativa's location.
Thanks for helping us. It means a lot.
None of this can compare to all that you have done, Zion, I assure you. I wish you luck.
Your game idea sounds like Steam. Well, that was not a game idea. That was like me talking about just coming up with an anime off the top of my head. Using biblical analogies. But you could definitely make that into a Steam hentai game as well.
The town seems different.
I see more people, more signs.
I told you, what we've accomplished has been well worth it. I don't think we'll be catching any more sideways glances.
That's great to hear. To be honest, I was getting a bit anxious.
I'm heading over to the tetrapod. Why don't you take some time to enjoy the new scenery?
Explore the town again, why don't you? Because it's so fun last time. Pick up some more side quests. Sit down in more seats. Rest your buns. Heard Liza P got updated with a DRM and has almost messed it up. Ah, glorious world we live in. Like, it's weird to give a game DRM after it's been out for like several months.
Angel, pleased to see you. What brings you to my humble storefront?
I was just taking a look around the city.
Take care, Angel.
This makes you want to play a David Cage game. I need to definitely play at some point in the future. Omicron, the Nomad, the Omicron, the Nomad Soul. Like, it's the only David Cage game I haven't played, and I now have a reason to with Classic Sins for the Patreon. I could finally make that. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I need to experience the pure genius of David Cage in his original game, and his most game. I mean, it's like a fighting game, a first-person shooter, an action adventure, a little bit of everything in there. David Cage, Detroit Become Human guy, yes, as well as Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Indigo Prophecy, amongst all this. Emotional damage. Hey, I have an emote made just because of, you know, David Cage. Emotion. Did you see that Crow Country game coming out next month? I never got the chance to play the demo of it, but I did see videos of it, and it looked pretty interesting, so I might try that out eventually. 100 bits from Musical Pumpkin Studios, huh? Not gonna lie, Indigo Prophecy was whack, but interesting. I mean, I bought that for the Xbox One, the original Xbox, I mean, because I was intrigued by it, and the game is racked out as hell, and it just goes off. It jumps the shark so hard that it breaks the game almost, but I still can't deny that I enjoyed it, especially when it did go just off the wall, you know, insane. Because you don't usually see that level of fuckery in a video game, where it just goes south that quickly and hard. So that's one of the reasons I came to appreciate David Cage games, because you don't know where the experience is going to take you, and how he's going to mess it up in such a unique way. You think that PS1 style graphics will become the new visual style in more indie games? I mean, yes, they already have. PS1 style, like low res, low poly graphics have been a thing for like years now, for like a lot of indie titles. They call it analog horror, I believe, especially for horror games, I feel. Isn't David Cage also doing a Star Wars game? Yeah, but we haven't heard anything about that for a while now.
Everyone is drunk with hope.
You remember the Guile theme? God, that was so lazy. I mean, just put that, like, everything goes with the Guile theme. It's like aged so poorly, that joke. Like, no one, that's like a meme. That's one of the reasons I don't use memes in my videos anymore. I was doing a little bit at the beginning there, and it just, when you come across them now, you're just gonna cringe. Stop it. Is he really? Or what is it you're asking him? Clarify, please. Oh, you mean, is he making a Star Wars game? Yeah, the trailer for it actually seemed kind of interesting. It's called Star Wars Eclipse. You can find the trailer for it on YouTube. It doesn't show any gameplay. It just shows a lot of, like, kind of cool imagery. So you don't really know what it's going to be about.
Forgive me. I was wrong.
Okay, you have to be doing something eventually in this game to have a room like this dedicated to you, right? Creators of Crow Country even went the extra nostalgia mile of creating old game magazine article pages, ads, and games. Manual images, so they put those in the game? That's pretty cool, actually. Is it that video of the guy hitting drums? Yeah, he's like an alien guy.
It's you, Angel. Now, why would an angel visit the last gulp? Here for a song, perhaps?
I could ask you the same. I thought you'd be busy collecting scraps or trading like the other scavengers.
Yeah. That's what I'd be doing.
You found it to be funny? I don't, it just, you know, me, the creator of it, I would like, oh god, why did I put that there? It just, that's the nature of creating anything.
For the sake of Zion and the store, or so he says. That place is the
How does a
Devil's
dead guy
Lair.
have a baby? Excellent question.
Why there's lost treasure in it.
Devil's Lair?
Of
Yes,
many questions you can ask for that
Devil's
game.
Lair. An underground chamber echoing with the roars of Natibas. I even got near the
Can you
place
figure out
to
what
find
animation
one.
you're going to use, buddy? You're cycling through them pretty
Turned
fast.
back like a coward. After that, I couldn't possibly continue life as a scavenger.
I can't stand idly by if Natibas are involved. I'll help.
What? Why? There's nothing in it for you, but I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I just want to know if Tommy is alive. All I need you to do is find him.
Fair enough. Send me the location.
No, I'm not doing that. Hello, Native American statue. Did we ever get the parts for you? I don't remember if I did or not. Nope, doesn't look like it. Hmm. Hey, buddy, eyes up here. Well, you don't technically have eyes, so wouldn't 3 out of 10 wouldn't bang. Wait, are you the barber? When I will never forget you.
Hey,
Oh, it's you.
what do you mean, dull?
Oh, I guess you heard that. I'm sorry if I offended you, Angel.
I wasn't asking for an apology. I just wanted to know why you said that.
You get a nice suit from it. I'll figure you get new hairstyles.
This is my shop, Gwen Hair Salon. I'm Kasim, the hairstylist.
Hair.
I style your hair so you feel better and confident. Your hair looks great. It's full of potential. But that potential is hidden at the moment. That's why I said it is.
Hate that I can see like his skin wrapped over his implants.
Are you saying you can make my hair less dull?
Of course. But I don't have the proper tools with me right now. Those
Apparently this
so-called
lady's hair was like really hard to get
can't run a business
working
without my
properly in game.
tools. But then they
Like
probably
it probably increased the length of time they had to develop this thing, just to have it like work properly.
Where?
Things like that usually end up in the landfill and the wasteland.
Okay. I can look for them. In return, you will style my hair.
Sounds good to me.
You.
I'm missing 3 items: scissors, hair dryer, and hair straightener.
Understood.
I'll be waiting.
You know, those
here,
seem pretty
Angel.
vital if you're going to open a hair salon. Why'd you get everything else first before the most vital 3 things? Like, I wouldn't even bother, like, getting all this if I didn't have a pair of fucking scissors on me. So, you know, I figured I'd get 99% of all this stuff, but then, like, leave the thing that actually lets me cut hair out of it. And have someone go looking for it. What about this, you know, that gramophone? I had to, like, get that special order. All these, you know, TVs, yeah. Old-timey stuff, yeah, it's vital for you. Bustin' Napoleon, got that too, but no scissors, can't do it. Couldn't find rare. Like, you can make a pair of scissors, alright? Why do people call her Angel? Because we came from the skies. And also biblical, you know, references. It means it's deep, right? It's very deep. Look at his body upgrades. That's nothing compared to the cost of a single pair of scissors, alright? Nothing. Think you can just go down the street and buy a pair of scissors like that? What rich neighborhood did you grow up in?
No.
Treasure. My treasure.
I bet this guy gets really good Wi-Fi with a head like that. Also, thank you for the nut, by the way. Hair barely longer than D's. Well, yeah, her hair comes all the way down to her ankles. I've had this conversation before, but hair stops generally looking good once it's below your waist. I've seen, if you've ever seen anyone with like almost like knee or ankle length hair, it does not usually look that good. It's usually like a sign of almost like mental illness, I feel. I don't know. I feel like the waist length is like as far as you ever really want it looking or growing to. Surprised you haven't redone her. I don't really care about waifu dressing Mule up. It doesn't really add anything to the game for me.
Keep quiet. Just follow me.
I think there's someone in the setting that gives Eva a short. You can actually, in the settings, give her a shorter ponytail.
I told you to keep quiet and follow me.
Lots of time cleaning it. Well, yeah, you gotta put hair oil in it or it'll just get split ends. Yeah, where'd that guy go?
You don't actually think Scion is safe, do you? Anything can happen. It's a crazy world we're in right now.
Stellar Blade Director says half-second input lag when parrying and dodging is deliberate. Yeah, I mentioned that last night. I'm not sure what it's deliberately doing, though. Other than making, you know, a little bit more difficult to actually parry anything.
I can't believe an angel would come here. I wish I could meet this angel.
Why'd you lead me into a creepy dark alley?
So, you brought me all the way here. What for?
Hey, relax. I'm just the messenger. Take this.
What? This is a terminal.
Uh-huh.
This device is locked with a quantum passcode. What do you expect me to do with it?
You're asking the wrong person, Angel. I was just told to give you that terminal in secret. Good luck, then.
Hey!
Keep the animation smooth and said there's no actual input lag because the skill is activated the moment the button is pressed. Even the animation takes a while to play. I don't know, it doesn't really feel like that to me. I mean, but what I know.
There's nothing more I can tell you.
Surely
Good
they have
luck,
some
Angel.
spare scissors. No, I have to go to the desert to find a pair. And it must be like a legendary set. Used by like an ancient master.
You're back. I'm grateful that you keep coming back to my shabby spot.
Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, I think.
Oh, no, please, go on.
You can become friends with merchants if you use... Yeah, I know about that. What do you sell? Limited quantity mind map copy? Contains data that is necessary for recovering artificial intelligence. That's polymer material. Beta recovery gear. Purchase beta energy per 1 berserker. I use Bitcoin to buy these though. Hey, Scott the Gamer, thank you for the raid, my man. Hope your stream went well. Probably so you can't spam parry. That's what I would assume. But you know what? I like spamming parry in Sekiro. There's like an entire boss fight where you had to. Increases gold dropped. Greatly increases attack power. You take more damage. That's always shit. Increase SP gain. Protection gear was good. What were you playing? Recovers HP when defeating an enemy. I don't really want to buy all those, so I'll just like hold off. I gotta buy something. I gotta make her like me. I'll buy a pump. You know, I'm not feeling that. You know what? You're just not gonna like me, girl.
Please, come back if you need
Perfect parry in Ghost of Tsushima with sex. Weirdly enough, I remember a lot of details of Ghost of Tsushima, but I do not remember the combat that much. For some reason. It, like, draws a blank when I try to remember a lot of it. Other than that, you switch, which you can, like, be, like, ninja or a samurai. You're playing Skyrim, really? In 2024, a Skyrim run? Well, I hope it went well. Did you use any good mods? See, chat, that's the thing. When I end up playing through, like, Bethesda RPGs, I have to play them unmodded. I don't get the privilege of using mods for my playthroughs. Gotta play those as they were when they released. I suffer greatly. You don't realize the pain I felt. Isn't there a thing back here? Yeah, so if I start using mods and I change what the developers originally intended for the game. Playing Ghost of Tsushima makes me want to quote the Chinese guy from South Park.
Angel! The looters took my sister! Please save my younger sister!
Where are the looters now?
There! Down the alley!
Wait right here.
This sounds like a con. Like he's just like, yeah, I fooled ya.
Why?
Ow. Oh, oof, that's right in the spine.
Angel. Everyone's happy to call you the Angel just because you came from the colony. Aren't we humans just like you? Well, why should we have to dig through garbage, cower, and hide from Nativos just to survive? Why?
A guy in Sekiro that has a 2 quick slash. I was talking about the centipede kind of boss actually in Sekiro. You gotta like spam parry. He's like in like a old like building on the way to the temple, I think. But he just like spam. He has like claws that he like attacks you with left and right.
And with a body as state-of-the-art as yours, need I say more?
What?
I've got to say, it'll be nice to hear a thank you for a change.
SMR artists are gonna go crazy. I'd rather not think about what they're gonna do.
Eve, are you alright? Focus on me. Can you do that?
Adam.
These are black market merchants. I didn't think they'd approach airborne squad members.
This can't be.
I've never seen this before. It looks like Nativas weren't all humans had to worry about. Let's get you back to the safe house and do some maintenance.
Yeah, I gotta pull this freaking katana out of my spine. Was that side quest or was that main quest? I'm not sure. That seemed kind of important. That was a side quest. Didn't seem like much of a side quest getting my ass kicked.
Eve, you're here. Look over here.
What's this?
This here is an alpha signal meter. This device uses the subtle resonance from the alpha core to pinpoint its location. It can't reach a super long distance, but you'll find it useful once you head over to the location Orkul told you about.
Wow, good work. You're gonna put me out of a job.
I thought you were already out of a job.
Life sucks.
You little brat.
Are they British in the future? They're the only ones who survived. Only they could survive this wasteland eating the food they do.
Can you turn around for me? Here, done.
What have you done, Lily?
I customized the power distribution of the body cell. Doesn't your body feel lighter?
Something does feel different.
She takes some of the junk out of my trunk.
I bet you'll notice the difference.
She took the junk out of my trunk. Now I can double jump. Also, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. from Storm Queen. I'm not sure what she did to me. Double J, yeah, she literally just made us lighter somehow. My ass, what did you do? How dare you? This is my marketing material.
We'd better take the alpha signal meter over.
Should have
to
asked for
Tetrapod
petition. No, it's a video
before
game
heading out to
NPC. They do
Matrix
something helpful for you, they can do it all on their own.
11. Eve, it looks like you haven't collected all the items yet.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Right.
I'm not sure about all the
Well, okay.
It's vanilla artificial.
Yeah, I get it.
Can be
I get- yeah.
implanted into it. We're going to have to invest.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
Double jump again. What? Oh, she's got different animations.
So, you ready to go? Matrix 11 is an underground facility. The search perimeter is extensive, so make sure you're prepared.
I think we'll stop there, actually.
Let me know when you're ready. I'll be here.
That feels like a pretty good stopping point. We can't really do much else in an entirely new area. Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy, as you guys noticed. So, that's gonna be our stopping point tonight. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, though, for anyone who wants to stop by. Because, yeah, I got yawning to do. Busy night yawning. Don't forget, chat. FF7 video just came out the other day. If you haven't watched it yet, you can also sign up on the Patreon if you watch 2 other, like, exclusive videos for classic and DLC sins. Pretty good stuff there. You can find the link for that down below the YouTube player. Other than that, though, thank you for joining me tonight. You've all been wonderful. Hopefully I entertained you a little bit. Hopefully I wasn't too boring. It's a low energy night, I know, but hey, we have those every once in a while. Hit the follow button, subscribe button. Thank you for any bits, subs, gift subs, memberships, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you. Thank you to the mod team. And yeah, enjoyed your company hopefully as much as you enjoyed mine. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same time. I'll see you again. We'll play more Stellar Blade. I don't think it'll take us too many more streams to get through this game. We already got like 2 of the 4 cores we need, so maybe tomorrow we can like get 1 and get close to getting the 4th. Chill stream? Yeah, a very chill stream. I should stop calling them low energy streams. They're chill streams. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one until then, chat. Peace out, everyone.